To you, to me.
To me, to you. Well, you can tell that it's the early hours of the morning here in Manchester as we're doing the watch-along for Man United versus Real Betis. Hopefully it's a corker and keeps me and Ronnie awake. We're well prepped though, aren't we, with our caffeine drinks?
We are. I've got half a Red Bull, but I've also got my chest there out. I didn't realise that because I just threw a jacket on when I made my way here. But
that wasn't intentional. I thought that was the look.
No,
it is warm.
Simon Cowell in it. Yeah, I mean, staying up 3 a.m. to watch United doesn't be so dedicated.
I think so as well. I definitely should move up the ranks at Stretford Paddock after this ethics. Only 2 of us have turned up tonight. But what are you expecting from Real Betis?
Do you know what? I looked at the team and the only one that I recognised from the starting 11 was Hector Bellerin. But then I looked at the bench and then I saw Fekir, familiar name. I saw Fornals. Got quite a few players, but I feel like it's always the teams like Real Betis and Real Sociedad. I know it's a pre-season game, so it's a little bit different. But when we play them in like the Europa League and the Champions League, we do struggle against them usually.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It remains to be seen how it unfolds, but I'm just mostly worried about how United playing and how our players look because the season's... Is it 10 days away before we play Manchester City?
Yeah, 10 days today, first today, isn't it? Yeah, on the 10th of August, it's the Community Shield. We're going to get the team news up on the screen in a minute so we can go through it, but it's looking like it looks a little bit like the players that we're trying to get rid of are starting tonight. I know Casemiro's in there, Eriksen, McTominay, Maguire, Lindelof. Is Sancho, is it like putting them in the shop window?
We're trying to up their prices. I think that's what we're trying to do. Casemiro, I'm desperate to get rid of, but it seems like the midfield market is so poor that United might be pressured into keeping maybe 1 or 2 players that they don't want to and almost waiting until the following season. But then it thinks, is United at a point now where they're able to waste the season? Or because I think it will be a season wasted if United don't get in midfield reinforcements, because I know the centre-back issue was a major one. And we addressed that with Lenny Euro. I thought Xerxes as an alternative to Højlund was very important as well. But you still got that 2-striker dynamic. I thought a midfielder was a bigger priority than a centre-forward was. I thought centre-half probably definitely was up there. And we still haven't addressed it with the season looming around the corner and United seemingly scrambling about who they actually want, because I feel like there's a situation where United are after a midfielder that doesn't exist in the current market, and that's my biggest concern, because I thought that was actually the biggest problem area for United last season, even more so than the centre backs.
No, I agree with you, and it's going to be a strange conundrum for Ineos. Now, obviously, we've been linked with the likes of De Ligt, who might be another centre-back coming in, but we do need a centre midfielder. With the injury to Lenny Euro, is it going to be a question of one or the other, or is it, we have to get rid of one or more of Casemiro, Eriksen or McTominay?
Sorry, I was just reading the comments. Lauren says, hello, Ronnie and Scotty. She also says, Cass is looking trim. Casemiro, yeah, he looks a little bit leaner, but I don't know if that means he's still got it in his legs. Especially, don't think there's been the biggest change in requirements from what you need from that position that he does play. He has got experience, but I think the direction Ineos want to go in with when it comes to age profiles, wages, I think Casemiro is definitely someone that if they could, they'd get rid of.
Yeah.
What was it you asked?
I was saying because of the Lenny Euro injury now, and it looks like it could be 2 to 3 months, isn't it? Is it metatarsal injury? They said they come out. So we are going to need to get another centre back. Otherwise, we haven't really replaced anyone on the back line from last season. But we do need a midfielder. Is it going to be a case of they have to choose which one they're going to get if we can't sell any players? And where would you get a player in that? Where would you buy in that scenario? Would you like a De Ligt, or would you try and find a midfielder?
I think United are going to be pressured into signing a De Ligt, which will be another 40 million or so, 40 to 50 million or so used on the centre back. So that would have been 100 million, and then the money's still thin to address midfield. And I almost think, even though you've got your centre half pairing, worst comes to worst, without Lenny Euro will be Martinez and Maguire probably, or even Johnny Evans, which isn't amazing. but I don't think it's end of the world. Whereas I think United are actually a little bit weaker in the midfield as well. So I'd prefer United to go and buy a midfielder before they go and buy the lit. But I think Lenny Yoro's injury would have forced Ineos's hand, where we do have to get someone else in, because I think our season was massively derailed though when the centre half injuries did arise. But
yeah, because I mean, God forbid a Martinez injury in the first month, and we haven't got a new centre back in, then we're right back to square one again next season, regardless who we've signed in front of them. We are linked with getting a lot of players out of the club as well, which is a new thing for Man United. In this, Wan-Bissaka's been linked with moves to West Ham this week. McTominay's been linked to Fenerbahce and Fulham. Eriksen's pretty much said that he's not going anywhere, which I found interesting.
Eriksen?
Yeah.
I think the most United...
He's got one season left. He's earning good money. He's not going to get that in the next move.
Yeah, I thought there was interest from Anderlecht. I think Eriksen's a one where he doesn't really have much market value anyway. I think if he would have gone to Anderlecht or Ajax, it would have been for like €5 million, which barely scratches the surface or tickles anything financially for Manchester United. But United have been very poor at clearing deadwood, and I'd like to see a little bit of ruthlessness. So there's been a lot of sentiment attached to people wanting to keep Wan-Bissaka. Obviously he's a specialist in his defensive 1v1, but if United can move on from him, I think then do that.
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily... I think Wan-Bissaka's a player that wouldn't be the starting right back for a top team that's challenging for things. No way. He's a situational right back.
Yeah.
And I think for the wages and that he's on, you want a little bit more than a right back that's just you use if you're up against a decent winger, but doesn't offer you enough in the majority of games where you're not against that.
Yeah, because like I said, he's a specialist in one-on-one, but he's average at best at a lot of the other stuff. And for a progressive right back, I think we need a hell of a lot more there. Can we get the team line up on the screen if possible, please? Oh, you're having a problem, right? Okay, no worries at all. Right, let's get to the comments.
Yeah, you know what? United need to be ruthless though, because we're not going to be able to sign the players that are going to elevate this club or elevate this team if we aren't selling. We can't just buy and keep players around for the sake of the fact that I think the floor needs to be raised. So you've seen McTominay might be going. You've seen obviously Wan-Bissaka looks like he's going to be going. Casemiro. I think these players that I'm talking about, like Scott McTominay and Wan-Bissaka, they're disposable for me. I don't think United or United fans should be losing any sleep over losing them two players.
What do you think about the price though? Do you think that if you're a club and you're interested, say you're a West Ham that's interested in Wan-Bissaka, you know that United need to raise some capital to buy players. Now, it's in West Ham's interest to let that deal go on as late as possible, because then United might drop the price. Do you think that the Ineos should do that now just to sort of cut any losses and then they can move on?
Yeah, but United haven't got any leverage in the negotiations anyway, because Wan-Bissaka's got a year left.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
So it's either we sell him now or he goes for free. So the fee was already going to be low. And then added to that, you're not going to be able to command a high fee for Wan-Bissaka because of his wages. United, people need to realise, I've said it a few times now, United are never going to be able to sell currently players for their true market value. It's always going to be a lot less because they're usually going down anyway.
Yeah.
But it's not just that. United overpay wages on so many players, and that's from the old regime, that the clubs that we're selling to are refusing to match that, because obviously it would obviously ruin their wage structure. So because of the wages that United pay our players, when we sell them, we have to lower the transfer fee
to compensate
for the wages.
Yeah, we set a sort of dodgy precedent, didn't we, years ago under the Glazers. There's a conflict here. People are saying they get rid of Max Source ahead of Wan-Bissaka, and then other people are saying that they'd rather keep Scotta. He's a decent squad player. If you had to get rid of one of the two, who offers more in terms of...
One of the two, I wouldn't do that. I'm happy with United getting rid of both.
No, I'm putting you on the spot, though. Is the one that, we get more money for and probably wouldn't miss as much in the squad?
McTominay has more value, has more market value I think probably just because of his offensive ability in it, that's always more because he can score goals. Wan-Bissaka's got a year left. McTominay's also one of the few players at the club that isn't on high wages. He's been at the club for how many years? He's an international for Scotland, captain. He's on like 50-60k.
Yeah.
Which is quite low for what United's wage budget is. So that's why United actually can get a decent transfer fee for McTominay as well. But I don't know if you're asking me which I'd rather keep.
We got the team.
Honest to God, I'd rather keep Wan-Bissaka, but I don't mind getting rid of them both. I think United can do better than both those players
in that position.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, looking at that starting lineup that we've got there isn't anyone, maybe Casemiro, Rashford and Ahmad, that you'd expect to be in United's strongest starting 11 at the beginning of the season. All people fit.
Fucking hope not. I mean,
but there's a lot there that you like. Apart from Rashford and Ahmad, Amas and Heaton, probably the rest of them are all linked to Leeds club. So what are we doing here tonight?
Do you know? It's not the craziest thing about that starting 11 is Maguire, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka. So Maguire, Lindelof, Casemiro, McTominay, Eriksen, Rashford, Ahmad, Sancho. These are all fucking. Those are majority of the starting 11 are actually notable players in terms of namesake, but it's just about performance. Because that team's still good enough to put on a decent performance. You've got the likes of Colley, who's impressed on the bench. You've got Mason Mount as well, who's looked okay actually. He's looked pretty decent in pre-season. He's looked lively at least.
Yeah.
And the rest have been youngsters, but it's just about the squad. Obviously, then you've got the likes of Xerxes, Menu and Garnacho or Martinez, etc. that didn't travel. So I think United's squads with a couple more additions should be well placed to at least challenge and finish in the top four.
Yeah.
And I think finishing outside the top four would be a disappointment, but with the current squad now though, that's probably looking likely. I think United do need that midfielder.
It's just waiting on it. Just one injury, like if the Euro one's extensive or Martinez gets injured for a long time, it just seems like it could derail any ambition for top four. But Mason Mount coming back into, he's on the subs bench tonight, but again, I know it's cliche, it's like a new signing. He's hardly played last season.
Yeah.
He looked pretty, he was energetic, and he tried to make something happen the other night against Arsenal.
And the only thing is, this isn't his fault, but Mason Mount can only play when Bruno doesn't.
Do you think that though, that they sort of don't complement each other? That's
the reason why he's been playing. His best position in this iteration of United would have to be as a number 10.
Why did we sign him then? What was the thought process behind that? Because it was evident that Ten Hag was chasing him down.
Ten Hag was the one that pushed for Mason Mount. A lot of people don't realise that, but apparently Ten Hag was a big advocate for Mason Mount, saying that he wanted to play him as a number 8. Obviously, he's come in and he's probably realised that Mason Mount isn't a number 8. Or Ten Hag's realised that he doesn't have the defensive midfielder with the ability to have like a midfield trio where you've got that pillar as a defensive midfielder and then you've got Bruno or Mount or Menu ahead of them. I think that might have been the issue as well, because we've not looked very stable. We look quite open in there. But I think initially I didn't like the transfer anyway. I thought 60 million for Mason Mount on a year left his contract, coming off quite a poor 18 months for Chelsea. I thought it was a huge overpay for someone that we didn't necessarily need, but I wasn't against it because for me, I'm not saying Mason Mount's a bad player. I always thought he was a good player, he's got ability. We yet to see it fully yet, but he's not got the opportunity because he's been injured. But I was alright with it because I thought United need players that are at a level where the floor's raised a little bit.
Yeah.
And I thought Mason Mount's good enough to come in to be a strong squad player at the very least, pushing for a starting place, and someone that can come in for some starting players and the level doesn't drop. That's what I want out of players that are on the fringes of the squad, where they can come in and they're almost just as good as a starting 11. And I thought that's why Mason Mount was a smart signing in that sense. But I thought for how much he cost, giving him the number 7 and all that gimmicks around it, I thought that was a little bit of a stretch, especially when he's coming and it doesn't seem to know where he actually fully fits in.
No, and again, like the Wan-Bissaka situation, Mason Mount would have been free contract this time. You know, we could have waited a year. We might as well have done, haven't we, for what had happened there.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Dave Raubotham in the chat. Scotty powering through with a cold. Yeah, just getting over the cold. Thank you very much. A lot of people have been concerned about the injuries that we've been getting. What do you put that down to? Is it down to the pitch that we had the other night, or there's been talk about Ten Hag's coaching tactics? Do you put anything on that?
I just think it's pure bad luck. Lenny Euro
67 times bad luck. I know the medical staff are all getting looked at and stuff like that and replaced at Old Trafford.
Lenny Euro is didn't have any injury issues in the couple of years that he's had so far in professional football, and then he's come to United and then he's done his metatarsal straight away.
It's like they put Lego bricks inside the boots.
Not exclusive, not trying to like reveal sources, but I actually heard that Lenny Euro had a slight issues surrounding his metatarsal that was noticed in his medical, actually.
And he still played as...
No, but like one of those where it's got like stressors, but it wasn't a massive issue. It's one of those where he could have played for 5-10 years and nothing ever happened. But United just had bad enough luck where it's been done on him. Do you know what I mean?
It feels like a thing from last season as well, because we watched
Hoyland in his back. When
and then Mainu as well this time last year, and obviously he was out for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, because when we signed Hoyland and he passed medical, and then it came out later on that he'd had
an injury.
He had a back problem that came up in his medical. So it makes you realise that these medicals, they get passed, innit? They might have problems, and the club will just go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Lauren Page Salisbury saying, is it bad luck or is there a problem in training or physio staff? A lot of the physios in the medical. I'll tell you what's been, let's talk about changes in the staff. What have you made of McLaren off to Jamaica?
Oh yeah, regular boys McLaren. I thought that was very interesting. Who are United going to replace him with then?
I don't know. I imagine it's someone that Ten Hag's worked with at one of his Dutch clubs.
Yeah. I just know that United need all the best. Not United, Jamaica national team need as good a coach as they can get.
Are you expecting to hear Steve McLaren Yardie accent?
Nah, I don't think I'm going to get that, you know, because he's bit... I hope he does bits though, because I've been embarrassed by Jamaica's performances in international football recently. The players are actually okay enough to pull up a decent performance, but when you play, it's almost like I'm concerned whether we'd beat San Marino. That's how I'm looking at it.
Wow.
It was that bad that up till 2 years ago I was on like the peripheral list.
Were you going to get on? Yeah. Wow, nice.
So like go trial there. And I'm fucking playing in the counties Cheshire League in England. So.
Well, you still might. Steve's a big fan of the show. I'm watching us on his flight over there now to Osher Rios. I don't know.
You said that with such conviction.
I know. I used to work on the radio. Anyway, right. Pogba has cursed us when he left, Mike Fergus.
Are you accusing of Juju? He's accusing Pogba of Juju.
Bruno shouldn't be playing every game, so that is why we got Mount. This is Jonathan Dolber. We need 2 good players for every position like all the top teams have. We, Man United, for fuck's sake. Yes, we are.
That's the bit I agree with.
There's only 62 likes and there's 403 people watching. Press them likes. We're up at 2:30 on what day? I forgot what day of the week it is. Thursday now, is it? Thursday morning.
We've got 403,
watching.
Unemployed?
No, they're not. We're not unemployed. They're just dedicated Reds.
I love every one of you in the chat. I love you. Because this wouldn't be possible. Me and Scotty wouldn't be able to survive this without you.
No.
We're going to be interacting with you the whole time, because without that, we'd probably fall asleep.
Yeah, because there was going to be 3 men here and then only 2 men to...
You know what I mean? Yeah, 3 was 2.
So we need you to get us through this, because I'm not too sure what that 11's going to put out. What does Ten Hag learn from this?
That 11's going to put out?
Put out what 11? What 11?
Sounds like you're at the pub. I wonder if that 11's going to put out.
What do you think Ten Hag learns from this tonight then? If that's like a string of players that he's trying to get rid of, what's he trying to learn? Because even the bench looks pretty weak, man.
Pre-season, you're meant to be trying things, and there's already little tactical tweaks and changes in the first couple of games.
What did you notice?
Just differences in build-up, differences in the way we pressed as well.
Rangers was probably the better performance out of the two.
Even against... there was good pressing structure in that against Arsenal, but I think... Do you know... I've given Ten Hag a lot of flack for tactics and stuff. Some of it was just fine, but I don't think it's all his fault. I also think he's got tactical demands that are very demanding, ability-wise. And I do think it is a lot to do with the players also not really having the ability or the physicality to kind of perform the way he wants to play.
Okay.
But I think there's a bit of that,
Yeah.
But that's when actual managing becomes key. You got to work with the profiles you got and then maximise that.
Yeah.
And that's what we had this stick with Ten Hag a bit.
What do you make of him as a sort of man-to-man coach? Because for behind the scenes, like the rumours are that he can be a bit strict.
Yeah, they all seem to like him, though.
I know they say that's strange. Like everyone likes him out in the open, but a lot of the behind closed doors, some of the stuff, he can be very strict and shouty behind.
I've heard that, but Ten Hag seems like the managers like him. He seems like the youngsters like him as well, and he's really good with the youth. So I can't really. There's been a few issues, but I think the issues in terms of. I know he disciplined Garnacho initially, obviously he disciplined Sancho, but these are warranted things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then he even had a little bit of an issue with Anthony, didn't he? I think he's fallen out with Anthony a bit because he stopped playing him towards the end of the season, and Anthony's obviously got an egoist problem. So I've got it on good accord that Anthony fell out with Ten Hag towards the end of the season. Don't know if that's been mended yet, probably has. But yeah, I think Ten Hag's obviously a good manager. He has to be. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made it to where he was or had some of the success he had with Ajax. It's just about whether you can overcome the United manager taboo, or if you can actually be. I think it takes almost like a 0.00001% manager in the world to kind of be successful at United.
In the current
United.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I always say this, when we call managers shit, same way we call managers shit. You got to remember, football managers are from the professional level all the way down to Sunday League or Sunday, Saturday League, Thursday League. There's managers. How many managers is that in the world?
That's a lot of managers.
And then, so the managers that are managing these clubs at the pinnacle of world football.
Yeah.
They're obviously not shit.
No, they know what they're doing.
It's more relative to what. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of it's down to the match as well.
They're still the best managers in the world. Yeah,
it's the matching of the managers to the players that they've got available and what they're trying to do. Ahmad, Mount and Rashford with the goals tonight. That's Brad Suddenberg. Haruki says front three of Rashford, Sancho and Ahmad. That's like on paper looks 2 years ago. Like that's like a decent front three of that. Sancho. Any chance for him to save his career at United? Could be last chance for Rashford. Ahmad, breakthrough season.
The French press keep briefing that Sancho has a little bit of an agreement with PSG though.
Well, go then, man.
It's more.
But they've just signed. They just signed the Portuguese kid from Benfica, PSG, for 60 mil.
João Neves.
Yeah.
And I think what it is they've got a list, PSG. Sancho's on it.
Yeah.
There's just a couple of players higher on the list, and I think that's what's happened. So I haven't actually put a fee out, but by all accounts, there's some sort of verbal agreement between PSG and Sancho.
Ugarte swap, would you see that?
I don't think it will be that, because it seems like United want to go down the route of loan with obligation to buy or loan with option to buy.
Right, okay.
I don't know if PSG are going to agree to that, because I think they want the money, especially now that they've spent it on João Neves.
Yeah.
But Sancho, can he turn it around? I'm not sure. I almost felt like there was too much water under the bridge that I don't think that would ever fully mend. And I think it would be best for all parties if Sancho was eventually moved on.
Okay. Miles said the super sleepy watch along to Electric Boogaloo. Appreciate you guys doing this. Thanks, Miles. 126 likes. We're nearly getting there. 400 watching. Come on, get liking. Neville wears Prada. Nice. If United knew Euro had a metatarsal issue, should they have not just benched him until it passed?
That's the debate. Whether if United knew about it, why didn't they manage him better?
Yeah, because this is the thing with pre-season. That's what I want to see. What you're trying to try out new things and stuff like that. Did he have to play Euro in that game? I think a lot of people were surprised that he actually started against Rangers as well. I thought he was going to make more of a substitution appearance later on.
Yeah, it's also common sense though. A metatarsal injury more often than not doesn't just come out of nowhere. It's like it is a bit of a wear and tear injury for the most part that builds up over time. So
it's a wear and tear injury, but is that worrying at his age?
He's probably had it for a bit. No, because they don't usually keep you out for too long, and usually after you operate on them, that's completely fine.
Yeah.
I think he did metatarsal, didn't he? I remember Rooney.
Rooney did it before the World Cup, I think. Yeah. And then I think Ferguson played him against Bayern Munich that season when he shouldn't have done, and then Rooney was out until the World Cup or Euros, whatever it was. It was a good week for taking the piss out of Arsenal fans. I know how fond you are of the Gunners and their support.
But they've kind of celebrated the Euro injury, haven't they?
But what about the Obi? Is it Obi Martin?
Chido Obi Martin. He's going to be apparently third choice striker, is what he's been told he could be. That's pretty big stuff, especially when you've got Ethan Wheatley. But I think United fans don't seem to be fancying Ethan Wheatley a bit.
No.
I think he's got something there, but I'm not sure he's a United level striker.
He's a low move it for me.
Yeah, I could see him probably being a Championship level striker, maybe pushing a little bit higher than that, bottom of the Premier League. But I don't know if I see enough where he'd be someone that can make the grade long term up front for Manchester United.
There was Arsenal fans last season, like about 6 months ago, were saying Obi Martin was going to be like the best striker coming, given that his record. And then you were talking the other day how Arsenal fans can go to two extremes: they're either brilliant or they're rubbish. And it seems that he's overrated since he's come to United. But 6 months ago, when he was in an Arsenal shirt, he was brilliant. What do you make of that?
That's the usual.
Is that just Arsenal?
That's Arsenal fans. And it's the same way. Have you seen it where some tier 90 sources, absolutely awful sources, have said, the reason why Chido Obi Martin chose United because he there was an offer of 30k, like double the amount of wages, and then people like Ornstein and Romano and the tier 1 journalist Ben Jacobs have said it wasn't financially motivated. He actually had bigger offers from a couple of other
Germany, the room is Germany, wasn't it?
And he chose United, so it wasn't a financial motivator. And then what Arsenal fans have then done is they've all the Arsenal accounts have aggregated the news from the source that's literally about tier 50. And not aggregate
because it fits their agenda.
Because it fits their agenda, and not aggregated the news that's actually come from the reliable sources of Romano and Ornstein.
Yeah.
So basically, you've just got Arsenal fans swimming through confirmation bias, really, innit?
Yeah, that's exactly it. What have you seen anything of him?
I've seen YouTube highlights.
Yeah,
and that's way before.
Right. Okay.
That's way before he was linked to United. Because I remember he scored 10 goals against Liverpool for Arsenal. And that became a big thing on Twitter. And this was about 6 months ago. So I searched him then, just to see.
Yeah. What sort of striker is he?
What he looks. My concern about Tudor was that he's 6'2", quick, strong, and he's played under 16s, and he was bigger than everyone, stronger than everyone, faster than everyone. So sometimes I'm a bit worried when a youth player is that, because I'm like, are you actually good? Or are you just physically
bigger than everybody else?
Than everyone else, which won't be the case when you get to first team level.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there actually is enough in his game to where he can be serious, and it could be argued that the physical bullying that he was showing at that level, he could probably even replicate.
Yeah.
In first team football, because even though I have those types of reservations, sometimes there's been players in the past that have been the same as that at youth level, and they've gone on to have good careers.
Well, even
like
Rooney,
Haaland, Rooney, Lukaku's another one.
Yeah.
Lukaku was like playing for the under-21s at 14 because he was just big and strong and he was just bullying everyone his age and that. And then that translated.
Yeah, I remember when Rooney was playing for the under-16s at Everton, and he wasn't the tallest, but his physique, he was more built like a boxer than compared to the people around him, and he was banging him in from miles away. And before he'd even like broke through, everyone was touting him as being the next big thing. So he made the transition. You got anything there?
Nah, just laughing at someone say Ronnie looks knackered. Probably do need a caffeine shot though.
Yeah, it's 2:40, man. Have we got any coffee in? Oh,
if we got a coffee,
that'll
be live. Coffee, it'll be upstairs, but I don't think you can access upstairs though. Unless you're the key, but there definitely is. There's loads of coffee up there. There's no way you can get any of that as well around here at this time of night.
There must be some hipster joint in Manchester.
Popeyes or something. I'd say McDonald's, but McDonald's is no way. It might have to be ordered in, you know. I can't do that. Have a look.
Got a thing long term with Euro. Listen, if you're watching and you're based in Manchester, you know, any late night coffee shops that deliver to town centre, it'd be much appreciated. Unless you live near there and you fancy dropping 2 brews off of me and Ronnie. Cheers, Lauren. Proud of you too. Ronnie is struggling, lol. Few lines, lads. Hoyland out for 6 weeks as well.
It's like, am I actually struggling that bad? Have I swapped with you?
I don't know. I think you're doing well. You've turned up. That's the main part. What do you reckon to this Rabiot in? I seen you say something about this on your Twitter the other day.
I don't think Rabiot fits Ineos's regime. I think it's too old, commands too much wages. I think if it was still under the Glazers, Rabiot would have already been signed.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to get signed now. I'm actually looking. There will be some sort of caffeine brought in.
Nice. Phobos Taco Man said raid Howson's Red Bull stash.
That's upstairs as well. We have no access.
We have no access to upstairs.
So that won't be happening for people. You'd be interesting to know that literally nothing's open.
That's terrible. It's supposed to be this like city that never sleeps.
Is it actually?
Well, yeah, people are saying Manchester's the new New York, aren't they? And all that. It's nonsense. How many coffees, energy drinks are you guys on? We've had to split a Red Bull because the rest of the budget has gone funding Jay and Co to go to the States to watch the game live. we spotted it. Yeah, I can't even get the words out, man. This is going to be a struggle.
We split the Red Bull, but I feel like there needs to be more caffeine.
The Uber delivery people are saying.
Yeah, I'm on Uber, but nothing's open. You know what it is? When it's 3 a.m, you're quite limited to what's actually open.
Grizzly Magnum, oh yeah, what the F, it's 3 a.m. there. Yes, indeed, it is 3 a.m.
Magnum would
20 to 4 in Malta. Brian Kinsella. Are you on holiday, Brian? Or do you live over there? In fact, like, where are you watching from? What time is it where you're at? Is McDonald's not open 24/7 like they are in the States?
It'd have to be McDonald's, you know.
Yeah.
But then it might actually have to be take a double shot latte,
just whatever strong.
Cappuccino, double espresso. Gas
station not open. What time are you waking up later? I'll tell you a funny story. I went to the petrol station on the way here, and I was that tired. It's one of them prepaid petrol stations. You know, you have to pay your money before you put the petrol in. Went to the guy, said, I'll have Red Bull, and I put money on the petrol pump. Got the Red Bull, got back in my car, and then drove off. And the man had to shout me back into the petrol station to come back in and put petrol in my car.
Is that how sleepy he was?
Yeah. What I thought I was feeling all right.
What coffee do you have?
What are you having?
I just got, I got a flat white because it had the lowest calories.
I'm not asked about that. I want the strongest. I'll have like just an Americano.
Is Americano not option here? It's not an option here. They don't do Americanos at McDonald's. How poor is that?
I'll have just a regular cappuccino. 11:45 a.m. in Australia, 9:45 in Ohio. Stephen Showers watching from Longside Arcade. Nice one, Stephen. 2:45 in Eccles.
Why does it say £9? No.
It's like the lad's pissed. Can hardly make any sense. You try doing this job at this time in the morning. 15 minutes to kick off. United are playing Real Betis.
This is the calm before the storm. Don't worry.
4 coffees and a Mac
line
Flora.
up.
Get a toffee latte.
One sec, lads.
Ice water faced it. That's not a bad idea. And the worst part about it being late as well, it's humid.
It's not even fucking open. Oh, what the fuck,
you got my hopes up, man.
Right. Delivery attempt. Is there no, you know what? Is there no thingy store near it? Not thingy, news agent. I know one news agent, but I don't know if that. How far is that? What about that one, you know where Popeyes is? Across the road? We need people in the chat Googling for us.
Yeah. Find us some coffee, man. Someone's saying imagine penalties. No, we're not doing that.
We'll already be doing the review by that point.
Yeah. We'll be doing the review at half time.
Nah, it always goes faster once the game actually starts.
Yeah, we'll be laughing then.
It's that bit before it. That's I remember saying to Jay, I was like, oh, for these games, are we really going an hour before?
I know, like Adam, the producer, had messaged me before we did the first one the other day, and he goes, "Is it an hour before? Half an hour before?" I said, "Half an hour." He's trying to like, and Jay, being the boss that he is,
I think for the first game that was like 1 and the other one is 12:30 maybe, but you're also doing Liverpool and Arsenal, it's bigger games. But I think 3 AM midweek against Betis, we should have done it half an hour, innit? And
there's 2 of us as well. I genuinely think that, like, for YouTube folklore, we're heroes for this sort of stuff.
You know what I mean?
I think so.
Well,
you read some of
the chat. They're gonna be like, Ronnie won't make it to half time. We used here the other day, like Scotty was literally.
I was dying the other day, man.
But Scotty both got like. Scotty got away with it though because there were 3 people on.
Yeah, that's true.
This is different. So I wasn't really as tired. Nathan was fine as well. So me and Nathan can have a chat, whereas Scotty was basically dying, half asleep.
I was dying, man. 169 likes, come on. 171, thank you.
Did you wake up or just stayed up? I stayed up.
Did you?
Yeah.
What time did we get in last time?
No, as in, did you sleep before you came in? No.
Oh yeah. No, I was in bed at 6 till about 8:30, and then I couldn't sleep any more than that.
I've just done some. I'm effectively doing an all-nighter.
Wow.
So tomorrow, I don't know what tomorrow's gonna be like for me. Do you know what I mean? But
it looks like someone's helicopter, like parachuted into the ground.
But to me, I'm just gonna see it as like when you go on a night out, and I get back dead late at 5, and I still don't sleep barely. I probably get up at like 10:30.
At least you won't be hungover tomorrow, I guess.
I won't be hungover.
That's the bonus of it. How are you when you've had no sleep though? Are you a grumpy bastard?
Nah, I feel like I'll just end up catching up. But tomorrow I'll be working from home. Yeah, spa. We might just have to survive it, you know.
Yeah, looks like it, innit?
Where I'm actually all right. I think I just get I'll eventually catch up with sleep, and then I'll be good to go. Tomorrow obviously is a work day, but I've got my stuff here. I bring it home, like my laptop and etc. And then I'll wake up at about 10, half 10, get stuff sorted, and then that's it. Good to go.
Nah, 5 hours sleep.
And the thing is, I'm not working Friday as well. Should have swapped it round.
There's someone parachuting into the ground now.
Jeez, he almost did his ankle there.
Is that a Real Betis shirt he's wearing?
Yep.
What?
Alright, this is where we need the comments, otherwise we won't make it. Thoughts on fat pats, lads? I've not had fat pats, but I've heard a lot about it.
What is fat pats food then?
It's like they sell sandwiches for like £17. That's what I know about fat pats.
Yeah.
But I've never had it.
I went vegetarian 4 weeks ago.
Did you?
Oh yeah, well, a mixture between some pescatarian, but mostly vegetarian. But my eldest daughter said she's going to go vegetarian for a bit, and it was hard for the first 3 weeks. I was dead. I'm feeling a little bit better now.
What made you do that?
Just because my daughter asked me to do it with her, so I thought, I'll support her and all that. And then, I don't know how long I'll keep it up. I've not missed it. I dip into fish a little bit now, but I just curry and everything.
Another question is, would you rather have one fully functioning hand or 2 hands and no thumbs?
Can you choose the hand?
Yeah, you can choose your hand.
I'd save a thumb to lose a hand. Because otherwise it's useless.
Yeah, I feel like without your thumbs, it makes no sense, innit?
Yeah, you're not going to do anything with it. What do you get instead of, if you're losing your hand, do you get anything else extra?
I think I'd actually rather have one fully functioning hand.
Yeah.
Than
You can still drive and everything.
Yeah. What is it you guys do outside of the channel? That's a question for Scotty, because I don't do anything outside the channel. You see me a lot on camera a lot, but I work around Steve. You're full time.
What do? I like write books, have a radio show, and then teach creative writing in prison. Teach creative. Wow.
Jesus.
Is it broke?
No, it's fine.
I said I teach I do writing workshops in prisons and stuff like that.
Okay.
This is cool. I can enjoy that.
Jail
and other stuff. Yeah.
What we're getting into. Yeah. Seen a lot of things about HMP Wandsworth on the social media.
I've not seen any of that.
Oh, yeah.
I've not been teaching down there.
Jesus. People getting a Will Smith on. Swing.
So they brought the match ball in via parachute, which is very American.
Very American. Who's this now? 603 Production says, any player that you have been eyeing that you wish we could sign?
I don't know,
Non-Galacticos, so no big signings.
See, I like the Ugarte link.
I like Mirko Topic. He's a midfielder from Linese. Is it forward? I can't pronounce their name, but it's one of the lower teams in Portugal. I like the look of him. Dumarth as well. Guru Dumarth. These are all just risk-taking signings, really, that United won't try to make.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What about Dumfries as a replacement for
Wan-Bissaka? Not a fan. Dumfries, nah. Mazraoui's a better signing than Dumfries. He's more versatile, can play both sides.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty smart sign if United can get him for cheap and low wages. I don't know why people are really downplaying how good he is. Do you know what I mean? Finesse Merchant says, have you watched Sopranos? I haven't actually watched Sopranos.
You've never watched The Sopranos? Not one? No. I've watched Sopranos loads of times, man.
How many seasons is it?
I think it's 5 seasons, either 5 or 6 seasons.
So you watch 5 or 6 seasons multiple times?
Yeah.
Knowing what's going to happen?
Yeah. Because it's like, you more stuff that you pick up on it each time, like that you missed the first time on. A lot of the time, the first time I watched it, I was probably in the height of my drinking days. I just come home from being in the club. If you've not got lucky, it's like 2 a.m. and just banging the box set of Sopranos and just sitting up, watching the Sopranos.
No, for you, I've never watched it, but I've heard obviously great things. I've never watched Game of Thrones either.
I will never watch Game of Thrones either. I can't be doing with any of that fantasy shit.
You're not into dragons?
Nah, I know enough of them.
Finesse Merchant says we are signing Desiree Doué. Watch his space. If we signed Desiree Doué, that would make my summer.
Right, we're 5 minutes from kickoff, I think, unless there's any more delays like there was last week. Get your score predictions in. Ronnie, what are you going for tonight? United Betis.
Talk about Game of Thrones. It's the Snapdragon Cup.
Yeah?
Snapdragon Cup. I would say I think United are going to win 3-1.
So does that mean that we have to watch the celebrations if they lift the Snapdragon Cup? Is that up there with the Bangkok Trophy?
I'd class it as a trophy.
Yeah, but Jose Mourinho certainly would. The players are coming out now.
Dylan P, by the way, just says, bro teaches creative writing but can't watch fantasy shows.
Yeah, because there's multiple ways about creative writing. Just because it's not for me. The Sopranos is creative writing.
Ronaldo, the NBA Texas versus Ronaldo. What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
Ooh. Is this another of them artificial pitches?
My favorite one that I actually think is factual is the fact that a lot of some of the elites, especially elitists, survive for as long as they do without health issues because there's some truth behind the adrenochrome angle.
I've heard of that, this one. Are we allowed to expand on that on this channel?
I don't think I can fully expand in the detail I meant to on this channel. No.
Right, okay, I've heard that one. You're big into your conspiracy theories, aren't you?
I've got a few, but the thing is, I hate the term conspiracy theory.
Okay, I get that.
I think conspiracy theory can actually a lot of the time be synonymous with critical thinking.
I like that. Well, you know what? All theories are conspiracy until they're proven right or wrong. Maybe I'm just talking shit because it's nearly 3 o'clock in the morning.
Conspiracy theory. What's Lauren saying? Lauren sent us coffees?
She's not.
No way. No way have you done that.
Lauren,
what a legend. What a legend. Jesus.
Lauren, you star. That's what we like.
Yeah, I don't think people are happy with my conspiracy theory though. But
well, you got asked the question, you gave them an answer.
Nah, because I can't go any further. But it is true, man. I think it's like saying the higher table's a conspiracy theory, and it obviously isn't.
The what? The higher table?
That there's like a bit of a cabal,
like Illuminati,
and a higher table, like some sort of Illuminati faction. What? Basically, not that, but it's, you know how you've got what we view as a pinnacle of societies, which is, like a prime minister, or a president, or a king, or a queen. I think there's people that sit above them, that actually pull the strings,
puppet masters,
sign off on decisions, kind of run and rule the world in a way, almost like you talk about. Is it the Rothschilds?
Yeah.
Like families like that are the ones that actually run everything.
Well,
and everything that presidents, prime ministers, high politicians, kings and queens, everything that they do can't be done without the say-so or approval or helping of these people, in my opinion. That's another rabbit hole conspiracy
money talks, and I don't think that's too much of a conspiracy theory, because even if you look at how most political decisions are made with the lobbying and stuff like that, everything is through the influence of money and whose pocket it's going to fill. All right, going to kick off soon. Be nice to see Rashford get a goal today.
Yeah, because he's got a lot of stake. I know he didn't.
You don't like him up front though?
He's a winger, out and out.
What is it? What do you not think he can? I think Nathan Ellington was saying that he can learn how to play the number 9 role better, holding up the ball.
And also the fact that it can be a bit of a thankless position where things aren't going to come your way. You're going to have to make constant runs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But whether they actually make them, whether they come and whether his shoulders might drop and stuff, that... But to me, I'd have loved for Rashford to be someone who can be equally as deadly up front as he is out wide. Because I think players like that can be elite in 2 positions are so vital. Especially where we are as a club now, where you're a bit hog-tied in terms of your transfers, and I think having players that can play multiple positions and fill multiple roles, doing well, that's quite important.
And especially given Højlund's injury as well, it's vital that Rashford gets off to a good start this season. How long's Højlund looking like he might be out for 6 weeks?
It's 6 weeks, the people are saying.
6 weeks. And when Xerxes might be making his debut against City in the Community Shield.
Yeah.
We're off.
Sorry.
It's San Diego they're in tonight.
It went on the comments weren't quite left because I'm a conspiracy theory. Do you know what I mean? But we actually have started.
Yeah.
The game.
Yeah.
I think I sent a few people down the rabbit hole, but I think people are agreeing that there is a higher table.
That's what YouTube's for at 3 o'clock on a midweek.
Funnily enough, my history teacher kind of told us that. Said how back in the 50s, 60s, you have big corporations like Mercedes-Benz and these car companies that obviously are billion-dollar companies. They're the ones that are actually making a lot of decisions or sign off on a lot of decisions that happened back then.
Well, you got to look at companies like Ford, how much money they made from during the war.
That's, in simpler terms, money rules the world. So whichever families, corporations that have the most money, they're actually the ones that are the most powerful. That's just how it is, really, innit?
Do you have a famous rich person? Favourite one? Like, is there one that you'd like to go out on a town with or sit down and chew the fat over something? Like, Elon Musk doesn't come across as a likeable bloke, does he? He seems very cheesy.
Yeah.
Tries too hard.
He's a bit weird, isn't it, Elon? I think it's always
and
weird.
Bill Gates is a bit too geeky.
I don't know. You have a favourite? My favourite rich person is Jim Ratcliffe.
Yeah.
Run down
despite the chemical stuff.
I really
not go down that conspiracy theory. McDonald's is 4:45 latest.
Lauren Page has said coffees are 20 minutes away. I'll ring either of you when they're near. I can't believe she's actually done that. Actually, next time you're here, Lauren, whenever it is, I have to owe you a coffee or something in return.
Lauren is a diamond, man. Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Nick's, yeah, well played.
I like him, you know. I like them against Arsenal the other week. He's not shy, is he?
Yeah, he's sharp, he's nippy.
Yeah.
Harry Hamas.
Where's he from? Is he? What country is he from?
He's English.
Is he really? Yeah.
Oh, you think he looks a little bit like foreign?
Hamas doesn't sound like a British name. I was just saying it was from a different country.
Yeah.
That stadium's empty, man.
Can't even really look at comments now, innit? Because they're going to be ahead. Unless they're out there. I didn't even see as the worker.
Someone's watching an Asda.
As the worker says, come Asda for some coffees.
Where's the local Asda?
Do you know what's mad? This is what's funny. Someone's really got up at 3 a.m, saw our conversation. They've found an Asda picture. They've changed their name. They've changed that and said that's obviously, he wasn't named that 20 minutes ago. Do you know what I mean? That I respect it though. Hector Bellerin, you know. Hector Bellerin's the one that recently came out saying that he wants to see women's footballers get paid the same.
Yeah.
I'm not really going to comment further on that.
I'm not too sure about the numbers on the back of that shirt. What do you make of that?
I reckon
it's America
told him to do that.
American and Spanish flag.
The kit. That's one thing that when I went to America last year, the kit culture in America is mad.
What sense?
Like,
what do you mean?
Kit and merchandise culture in America is insane. Like they're much more into buying the kit, and buying the tops than they are in England.
You think? Yeah,
100%.
Well, I mean that's more than likely why United are over there, aren't they?
Even when I went to watch a Yankees game, just with Steve, nearly pretty much everyone had Yankees gear on, and most of the people you can tell actually don't watch baseball. They're just there for like the social side.
Yeah.
Ahmad's through.
Oh,
Go on, Sancho. Good.
Yeah.
Oh, 1-0.
Oh, what a goal!
Offside.
Great move, though.
Good move that.
Great move.
Ooh, tight that. Good run, good touch. That's offside as well, that one.
Took it well though,
Took it
Sancho.
well,
You
though.
know.
Was it Ahmad on? Was it Sancho that was a little bit ahead? Yeah. The true dedication is the YouTube account Jay's Parker jacket. I'm ass. I always thought like if I ended up playing football, the way my name worked out, it's boring, man. Like, I've first name called Ronaldo. You get surnames on your shirt, and my surname's Brown.
Yeah, but you could just put Ronaldo in the back though. Put
No.
Ronaldo B.
I don't think I would have. I would have put Brown, or I would have put
R Brown.
or Ronaldo.B
You could-
or R.Brown.
Do you not have names in the back of your shirt? No.
No.
Yeah, remedy
I think
that.
that was out of Steve's budget, and that's an unheard of statement because nothing is out of Steve's budget. Usually he doesn't care, does he? Okay, now
Unless it's stuck in the
money comes
Co-
money
co-
comes
coffee.
money comes when he goes with Steve.
Can we get a watch along with commentary? No. Ericsson's got the ball. He's passed it back to Heaton. There you go.
Yeah. To be fair though, if we keep this type of energy and tone when we score, then we can have as long a career as Martin Tyler. So there's that.
Yeah. It's preservation. There's a long season ahead.
Everyone just moans though. It's like everyone thought.
You can't make everybody happy anyway.
It's like Eric's.
See, that's what Ericsson's got still in it. Oof.
Ooh!
What?
A foul?
Ref? Is that McTominay, wasn't it, that went down?
Yeah. Go on.
Nice.
Look. Miles offside.
Offside, wasn't it? The great ball from Ericsson to Ahmad.
Can't see if he's offside there. He actually looked a bit off. First touch, good. McTominay tackles Ahmad. Oh shit! It doesn't look as a blatant a foul as I thought it looked initially. It looked like a bad tackle, but yeah, it looked more obvious, John, when he first tackled. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Good energy to the game, though.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely move.
Go well trapped by Ahmad.
It actually looks like both teams really want this Super Dragon Cup. Good energy, especially if you're watching in a humid studio in Manchester City Centre at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's what we need. And the coffee's from Lauren. We're laughing.
Yeah. Lauren's fucking.
When did he?
That will be a lifesaver. That coffee.
When did he leave Arsenal and Bellerin? Did he go from there to Betis?
I'm not sure. He looks like he. What does he look like? He looks like something. What can I say without being? I'm always, on camera, you're just worried about something coming across the wrong way.
Yeah.
He's got a certain look, Bellerin. Now that I can't put my finger on it, but it's like a movie look.
He looks like he'd do well in. Have you seen Narcos?
Narcos.
Oh
yeah, he looks a bit like that.
He has he's got the Tash game.
Even Barca, Sporting and Betis.
Oh, okay. Barcelona did it. I didn't know he went there.
For a year, he played 3 games.
Oh.
Yeah, because Bellerin couldn't be any less of a Barcelona player if he tried. He was like a pace merchant that was like so untechnical that Arsenal just got rid of him as soon as he become decent, and then he went to Barcelona and just didn't fit.
Great ball over to Rashford. Go on, Marcus.
Go on. Oh, well played.
Ball into the box.
Is that not a penalty? No VAR.
Oh, no, somebody else. Is that Rashford down?
Oh, if we get another injury today,
Who is it?
Back it in.
Sancho.
don't slap him like that. What are you
the man,
doing?
leave him down. Get off him.
It's matter how defensive you get of our players. But I'm like that when I'm playing with my teammates. One of the things that pet peeve is when you're actually a bit down and the other team try and force you up. Or you just didn't get the right contact. Lauren Page, fancy. Lauren fancies a bit of Bellerin. I think Bellerin's look now is the best looking he's been. I think it suits him. He's got that can star in Narcos look, but he also looks like he could be the cool protagonist in in a Native American kind of film. That's the look he's given now as well with that hair. What do you think, from what you've seen, who has the best fashion or the worst in the United team?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know, because I'm a bit older than most of them.
Yeah,
I think
Lauren, we can send Adam. We can send you in it once the coffees get here. I'm not gonna say what obviously Lauren knows I'm not gonna say where the studio is on here. I'm about to say the address on the camera.
Garnacho.
That's the worst.
I don't think he's the worst. I think the dress is all right.
No, I think Fingy's up there from what I've seen. Kobe Mainoo. Kobe Mainoo dress is pretty cool. Yeah, you rate it, Adam? Yeah.
I was actually thinking that myself.
Yeah, I think Rashford might have the worst. You know why Rashford's dress sense isn't that good? Because Lindelof's smart as well. I think Rashford's the worst because Rashford just puts he goes, alright, Louis Vuitton, expensive designer, and he just puts every single Louis Vuitton item on at once.
It seems too obvious.
Yeah, and then he puts 19 chains around his neck. He puts probably around 300, 400k worth of chains around his neck.
Yeah, I mean,
and he just does it, and he just doesn't look. He doesn't look good. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously there are he's not the only. There's loads of people like that, especially when you go out to Manchester, that just think if I can put the most expensive stuff on, it looks great, but it doesn't always happen.
Nah, it's how you wear it. Isn't it? I tell you who was probably the worst. We've had Memphis Depay.
Memphis Depay.
Yeah, he wears some wild gear, man. I mean, he owns it. That's what he wants to do. You don't catch me going out on a fucking cowboy hat on a poncho.
Yeah, it's your thing. Go about thingy. He likes Sopranos. I'm always taking a piss out of Scotty saying he looks like he's from the Sopranos.
Well, family's from Sicily, innit?
Yeah, it makes sense. You've got the most Italian New York look.
Yeah,
ever.
I get that a bit. I wish I had the accent.
If you had the accent, it would just be fucking hell. You'd be in the next what's the
Scorsese film or something.
The thing is, Godfather of Harlem or something.
Yeah, I'll take that.
But if you was one of those Italian New Yorkers, you wouldn't be sitting with me. I'd put it that way.
The last time I was actually in New York, this proper New York Italian mother made me try an Italian jacket because she said I'm the same build as her son. So I was in there posing while she took pictures of me in this jacket for her son in his mall.
Nah,
I love New York though.
Yeah, New York. Oof. Oh,
Fumble it, man. What are you doing, Heaton? Oh,
what the fuck was that?
Heaton playing two-touch there with, I don't know who it was, but...
Terrible mistake by Tom Heaton.
That was like De Gea levels, that. That was some bad goalkeeping. Pellegrini's stood up and then remembered that his back's hurting and got right back down. What do you make of him as a coach?
Wait, before you go, Dean McClellan says, why are you awake at this time watching the match? I don't know, probably the same reason you are.
Yeah. Why are you here on it? I didn't expect to see anybody else.
I don't know. I thought it was working. But good pass. He just kind of spills that, and then he messes up the rebound as well. The fuck?
That's some shit.
That's really poor from Tom Heaton.
United, it's been a good game actually, the first 15.
United have actually started okay as well. To not catch it once was pathetic, but then just to throw it back to him a second time. See, look, been a lot of sharp play like that, but just
If you were in town,
go on, Ahmad. Direct.
oh,
Go on,
oh,
penalty!
ref.
Ahmad,
Yeah.
baller.
Ahmad's having the pre-season. It's like pre-season Pirlo all over again. It's
See that little bit of burst of pace by Ahmad?
Skinned him then.
Notifications early.
Are they giving it to the penalty taker? Rash.
8 minutes away.
Ooh, goes between two.
And just
Yeah, gets
went down to his knees.
gets hooked.
The thing is, that would get overturned by the
yeah,
VAR,
yeah.
innit? But
Not sure you get that in the Premier League,
Yeah,
but we'll
yeah.
take it in the Super
We'll take that.
Dragon Cup final. Why are you kicking off? Could you be asked? It's a
It's not that
friendly.
deep, innit? Nah, they can't switch off the mentality.
I'd be like, I'm not can't bother with this. I'm not getting a red card. And Rashford to take
Hello?
the penalty.
Is it?
Yeah, I'll send you the code.
Okay, all right. No, so is it Deliveroo?
Or Uber Eats, which one?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll send you the code down to give it.
All right. No worries. All right. Thanks.
Oh, Rashford
Thank you,
sends the
Lauren.
goalkeeper
Right.
the wrong way.
See you later.
Man United
What?
1-0, great penalty.
You can't even clip that up, Adam. I was on the phone while he went in, so I won't think we're clipping reactions to goals for pre-season, are we?
What? With what?
We just equalised on a pen, and I was on the phone.
Oh, he was on
Yeah.
the phone. He said you can't clip that up because he was on the phone.
Comfortable pen, nice positive bit of play from Ahmad. 1 assist, 1 goal, 2 games for Rashford. We deserve that though.
Yeah.
I thought we started the better team, the sharper team.
Yeah, it was just Tommy Eaton
sucker
fucked
punched
us,
a bit
man.
there by. Betis put the heat on.
Pen from
Ooh, fucking Lindelof's. Oh yeah, Lindelof's on his way out as well, isn't he?
Where's Lindelof going?
I think Lindelof should go abroad. I think Lindelof's an alright player, but I think not. The Premier League isn't the best for him. I think he shouldn't go to anywhere else in the Premier League. He shouldn't go to Ligue 1 either, because it's a bit too physical. I think he needs like La Liga or something.
Yeah.
Okay, now how's he got out of there? Jeez,
Everyone's complimenting on Lauren's voice.
I could hear it.
Not only she got the voice of apparently so. Not only she got the voice of an angel, she got the heart of an angel, because it's 3:20 and she's sending me and Ronnie coffees into the studio. I mean, delightful. Thank you.
Connor says maybe don't go on the phone when live. That's true, but there's no rules. Once you're doing watchalongs at 3 in the morning, there's no rules.
Oh no, no rules.
No rules at all. We do what we want.
We do what we want.
Shit. Good reaction. Nah, I didn't even realize they could hear you either. Oh yeah, everyone's simping now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the boys are getting excited, eh? As the worker in the chat's giving me a joke because I know he wasn't. He's just decided to rename that for the last.
You don't
30
think
minutes.
you don't think he's an Asda
He's just
worker?
gonna after tomorrow. He'll just change his name back.
If you could work in Asda, where would what department would you like to? What job would you take?
I've never worked in retail. You know, what would I do?
You've got like you can be the work behind the sig bit. You can do like the tills.
I think I'd do the tills. You know,
Your tills. You got to be very chatty on the tills though, Ron, and that's a long day of talking.
I ain't chatting to no one.
Like, you can't do that job then.
What do you mean? I'm just scanning their food and
Nah,
saying
because you got to have. What about all the old people who don't meet anyone all day? You're there like, you know, Samaritan. That's why they go shopping. They don't go shopping because they need tins of beans. They go to meet people.
Yeah.
That's why they go. Can't go there.
Yeah.
I'd be in the back doing the pizzas, me.
Yeah.
Or the
Cooking. Or doing pizzas.
Yeah, them chickens and
It's
stuff.
like the Italian in you.
Nah, it's like food, innit?
As the worker says, we're lonely. We are lonely men at 3 a.m. I think you're speaking French there, as the worker. I think when you're saying we, I think you just mean you. Oh, yes.
Free kick.
Sharp again from Rashford. What are the odds that Rashford bangs this in now?
When's the last time he scored a free kick?
Ronnie at your local EB games. What is that weird? What does that mean?
What?
EB games. Tim Werderborough says, I'm lonely regardless of time. Oh, no, that's
Tim.
Hey, listen.
We're all together tonight.
You're not lonely because whenever you tune in, you're with us.
Yep. We're here.
Oh, the coffees are arriving any minute now. Lauren has got them sorted. Adam, can you go outside for me, please?
You should clip this up.
It's mad though that these
highlight of the stuff.
It's mad how the two producers behind the camera have got nothing.
I know.
But they're just sat there, jolly, you know.
They're actually doing the work. Ericsson with a free kick. It's about 25 yards out.
Might change yours to Morrison's worker. What do you think the tiers of supermarket are? Free kick here by Ericsson.
Whoa!
Decent effort. What would you say the tier system is for supermarkets?
You got like, I'd say like a Waitrose is top in it.
So at the top you've got a Waitrose,
A Waitrose.
M&S, Marks and Spencer.
Yeah.
And then they're two at the top, right?
Yeah.
Would you say like slightly below that's like
Sainsbury's.
WH Smith?
Is WH Smith a supermarket?
That's not supermarket, it doesn't count.
I'd say
Supermarket.
Sainsbury's just below that.
Sainsbury's below.
And then I'd
And
probably
then
say
you've got
Morrison's.
Nah, I think Asda's above Morrison's.
You think, yeah?
Nah, I'd say Asda, Morrison's and Tesco are all the same level.
Nah, Tesco's below Morrison's and Asda. And then you got like Aldi and then Lidl. Aldi's top. Yeah. The thing is Aldi hasn't got any them self-serving checkouts.
Nah, yeah, underneath
and that
that's
drives
like,
me mental.
Yeah, underneath, so
Well,
underneath,
no one likes to show off, do they?
so underneath that's Harry Amas has got in here. Good cross. Go on, Ahmad.
Ahmad!
Yes! What a player!
Oh, mate! What a goal!
That calls for a tweet. Sorry, Connor. Pulling my phone out.
Whoa, mate. I tell you, if Anthony didn't think his place was lost in this team before this pre-season started, he does now. Amas does great down the wing. Doesn't give the ball up.
Look at the touch and finish, though.
Crosses it in. Comes across to
Touch.
Ahmad. One touch. Bang.
Bang. Wow.
Whoa. Right across the face of goal into the side netting. Yeah, look at that angle.
Yeah, Ahmad breakout Susan.
Yeah, it's got to be.
No,
What were we calling the other day? The black matter.
Yeah. Would you? Oh, yeah, I was gonna say you got Aldi, Lidl, and that.
Yeah.
Are they really above like the likes of B&M Bargains?
I never really classed B&M because you can buy all sorts of shit in
Iceland.
B&M. Oh, Iceland, you got all them ones in like farm foods and stuff.
Iceland. You don't class B&M Bargains.
Not as a supermarket, no.
B&M Bargains is a literal.
I know. I don't know what it is.
It is a super. It basically is.
Look at this.
Home Bargains.
We get this. Can we get a wide on this?
Look at that. Wait,
Get
no,
that.
wait, no product placement. Say that.
What people-
Yours is this is caramel. I'll get the caramel macchiato. Two great choices as well.
Yeah, really
Jesus
good.
Christ.
Lauren.
Cheers. King.
This is delightful.
Scotty's not here as much as me, so we might get away with it. But I
What?
actually, Lauren comes again, I'm gonna have to roll her.
No, she did this to be kind, I'm sure.
Morrison's Donny. Yeah, someone sees. This is what I mean. Someone's called themselves Morrison's now. Look at the bottom. Oh, you know what's mad about Aldi and Lidl though? They have like the odd Aldi and Lidl biscuits and like snacks. I'm not really a snack guy anymore. I'm quite a healthy eater now. But there's certain like Aldi's original like biscuits and stuff that are unbelievable.
What's your favourite biscuit?
Foxy's Golden Crunch.
Ooh. Good shout, man.
Big switch
Well,
from Maguire. Oh, yeah, it must have been lively down here, isn't it?
Yeah, I like Fox's like
Yeah.
the big one, double chocolate chip cookie one.
Yeah. You know, Harry Massad had a shaky first game for Rosenberg, but since then you can see why he's been hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello.
We had a super chat from Coach Zach. We need wash boss. So Ahmad is our right wing. We've been looking for forever. Another Ole gem. Had he got his signings, he would still be here. Harry Amas is so good, but so small.
Oh, Lauren said she was meant to be here, so giving her presents by coffee. Yeah, Lauren definitely would have been one of the people that got asked by Jay, and you said no. Lauren, the amount of people that they were asking about doing these free shifts when they're not here.
And then they realised me and Ronnie were doing it, so I'm not doing it with them too.
Joshua likes a chocolate hobnob. Whatever you're into, mate.
Yeah.
It's the roll.
It's a weird name for a biscuit, really, isn't it? Hobnob. Like, do you think they was thinking about?
Oh, break on. Oh, I think they're a bit ahead of us, innit? They're moaning about Sancho about doing something. We've not even seen it yet.
I think it was from when he lost the ball from Hamas.
Oh, so we're ahead. Okay.
I think that might not.
Yeah, it must be because it's quite far back.
Oof.
Go on. Go on.
I think this is going to be it. This is a good game, man.
I thought Ahmad and Rashford have been sharp.
You expecting him to make
Yeah.
big changes in the half time? Can't be asked for any more injuries, man.
You know. They have Tim Hortons over there. Yes, they do. Go on. Go on. And Casemiro has scored. And it's a goal and an assist for Rashford. Nicely whipped in cross from Ahmad. Kept alive by Rashford. Muted celebrations, and Casemiro fires over from 6 yards out, smiling from ear to ear. 3-1 after 30 minutes. That was my prediction as well.
Was it really? Yeah.
I feel like I might have undersold it a little.
It has been a good all-round performance. Apart from that Tom Eaton shittery earlier on. Can't miss from there.
He does have a bit of a goal scoring hack though, innit, Casemiro?
Yeah.
He's not bad in the air.
Could be the last goal he scores for United.
I just realised that usually games have gone quite quickly later, but Alson's whoop.
Oh.
Yeah. So chats well. Oh. Yeah,
3-1.
there's the chat's saying that they're well ahead of us. Shouldn't be. Dumb. Big switch coming from Maguire. Oh. Go on. Ahmad's fine. This is what I mean. That's what's funny about McTominay. He plays midfield, yeah, but he's played anything but midfield so far.
Yeah, midfield's like his starting point.
He just sits behind a striker and makes these runs. Go, Casemiro. Yeah, they're like 30 seconds ahead.
We're on, it's the latency settings on the screen.
Okay. You know when you said that, I just nodded my head and said, okay, to pretend to understand that statement.
You're very convincing.
Yeah. Do you?
I didn't understand what they meant, no. I just didn't lie to them.
What do people think about white lies, isn't it?
Lie's a lie. Stop putting colour on it.
I'm not a good liar. I tell truths. Ooh. You got fouled there. You actually got quite a strong contact on him there. I saw that. It was like the ball already got away from him, but there was definitely a strong contact on his leg.
Take him off.
Yeah, Rashford ain't happy. Ain't happy, fella.
It's his best game so far in the pre-season. Had a goal and an assist.
I think it'll definitely be pen.
Oh, he's lying back. He looks pissed off.
How's that not a foul? It's because he touched. It's like after contact.
I went to two of them there.
Yeah.
He's back up anyway.
Damn, that's a good pass.
Great ball.
He's been their biggest. Yeah, good tackle.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well in.
Get up.
I'm liking
Get
Hamas.
up, you soft bastard. But
he looks about 6. How old is he?
He's 17, Harry Hamas.
He's not been anywhere near a razor.
Oh, he's bald as hell, isn't it? No, not bald, but like
He's like baby
no
face.
beard.
No.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, look! Just as you're singing his praises, he does that.
Touch of death. Handball.
Considering all the big hoo-ha about the fans they have, it's disappointing the number of people there, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks like he almost caught that as well. Did he not almost catch that? Oh, handball did to me. Hector Bellerin out here looking like prime Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Good shout, that. What minute we on? 36. Pyro says he's never liked Hector Bellerin. Nice, well played. Is Jaden doing anything? No, he's not been as lively as the other two of the front three.
He scored though, and he had a goal. He took his disallowed goal well.
He didn't, so he didn't score, Scotty.
He got the ball over the line. He just wasn't allowed.
That's fair.
And that wasn't his fault, was it? It was Ahmad that was offside.
Yeah. Gareth Rodway says definitely a foul by Eddie G. But I think he's talking about a baby chicken there.
A baby chicken?
Yeah.
All right, nice. Quite.
I ain't gonna do that
Yeah.
pedanticness there, innit?
What was it? Was it Arsenal Liverpool tonight as well? What score did that finish?
Wait, doesn't it in the chat? What score was Liverpool Arsenal?
How do you rate Pellegrini as a manager? Obviously, he's won the Premier League.
What do I think of Arteta and Arsenal?
No, Pellegrini is the manager of Real Betis.
Did average with West Ham, won a title with City?
Did he win the title with City because, he had that team?
Because anyone could.
Yeah.
Probably just a functional enough manager, innit? He's got. Did Pellegrini or was it Mancini that won? That was Mancini.
It was Mancini.
That won with Italy, innit?
Yeah.
McTominay not on the wavelength there. T1 Liverpool.
So that means Arsenal have lost the last two games.
Winning with City doesn't count, someone said. I agree. Everything about him. Imagine winning as much as you have and just being so relevant. When I look on, obviously Twitter's different from obviously local Reds that are about, but I feel like when it comes to e-supporters, which is like the Instagram, and I feel like United fans almost argue more with Liverpool.
Oh yeah, easily.
Liverpool and Arsenal fans.
Yeah, easily.
Liverpool and Arsenal fans probably even more than Newcastle, more than City. And you know that Arsenal fans are unbearable, especially online and shit. Is every club beefs them on Twitter, online. It's not like every single club. I've seen every club in this Premier League and every fan base have some sort of beef at some point with them. And that tells you everything you need to know. They were beefing West Ham the other day. It was Newcastle they were beefing. I was looking at this. Obviously Tottenham. Chelsea fans is one of the biggest, hate them as well, biggest rivals. They beef Liverpool, and then because of the City Arsenal top two thing, they beef them as well.
Yeah. Do you have a second team in the Premier League? Do you have a soft spot for anyone? Not that you support them, but do you always think, I hope they do all right?
Do you know what? I'm not like a big fan of stuff like that, but...
Oh, lovely. What a move that was.
Good move.
Great passing.
If there was a second team that I like...
Or anyone in the football league at all?
I'd probably say Palace.
Okay.
I like Crystal Palace because they've always had such a... I liked him when they had the winger partnership of Zaha and Balassi.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I resonate with Crystal Palace because it just got that Mandem FC vibes. You know the joke last season where I think they were the first team to like. I think 9 of the 11 of the starting 11 were black.
Mandem FC. I love
Yeah,
that.
do you know what I mean? I'd say Palace. You know what's mad? I'd say Palace, and I kind of liked the way Brighton played football ever since they've come into the league.
Yeah.
Which is weird because Palace and Brighton are rivals, isn't it? That's their
derby,
that's the
yeah.
derby, but I'd say my soft spot's Palace. I do like Palace.
My not second club. I used to have a soft spot for Everton, despite them being in Liverpool. But then this summer with all the stuff over Bramthwaite and all that. But I used to like Everton because of the shared hatred of the other club.
Yeah. Brendan Wood says, over in Australia, it seems that United supporters and Arsenal supporters can't stand each other. That's anywhere.
That's all over the world.
Obviously, United fans have never, ever liked Arsenal or Arsenal fans anyway because they're in good, but...
I used to have a begrudging respect for them, though. When Wenger was manager at Arsenal, I used to go like, all right...
I was about to say that.
The rivals,
I was about to say that.
But I appreciate what Wenger has done for that football club and the football that you're producing there. I can admire that.
I didn't mind them under Wenger because they were quite soft-centred under Wenger. But Arsenal was always a team when I grew up, when I was younger, that I thought, right, they play really, really good football. Like, they play really nice football, not exactly winning football.
But I think it changed with the whole Wenger out vibes. Like, considering what that man had done for that football club.
Yeah.
And then when they like... Despite it all, they were bringing banners and all that, trying to get him sacked.
Gareth Radway says, hate them all. That is usually most of the case.
Yeah.
That's why when he said the question, I was like,
it doesn't mean you support them. I think it's a natural thing. There are areas...
Other clubs you don't... There might be a club or two in the Premier League that you don't mind. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like when it's a neutral game, there's one you might root for more than the other. Top tier hatred.
Out of the bigger side, the team that I care the least about is Tottenham.
That you care least about? Is that how much you hate it or just don't have apathy towards it?
So like, if I'm thinking top sides, like the top 6 or 7, you've got United, you've obviously, not other than us, you've got City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea, and then you probably put like Newcastle or Villa in that as well. Out of all those teams, the team that I hate the least out of all those is probably Tottenham.
Less than Villa? You got a problem with Villa?
No, not really, because we have a really good record at Villa Park, don't we?
Yeah.
I'd say Tottenham or Villa out of those, but I feel like I don't know.
Bit too far by Casemiro.
Yeah, Miles puts it perfectly. He says indifference, smile, Spurs. Like it's one. I'm just so indifferent towards
even Spurs fans are indifferent
towards Tottenham. I don't know. They almost don't really cross my thinking until we play them, and they're literally a level kind of big side.
It's because the bulk of Arsenal fans are helmets. Well,
yeah. So it's got to be Villa. Huh?
Are you going to be able to hold the fort for 2 minutes while I jump to the two?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you want to put on the Ronnie cam?
I'll chat to the people. This is what
you tell the people.
I'm not even come here to watch the game. I've just come here. I've come here to drink coffee. Lauren's got me and chat to the chat.
Tell about them conspiracy theories and that again.
Once it gets to half time, we'll talk about the game, and then we'll talk about. Ooh, Sancho almost dribbled what? I played there. But 3-1, and United have showed pretty good sparks and bits of play going for it. It's been a very comfortable half. They've literally threatened us 0. The goal that they did get, we gifted them. Could have had a couple more, and we've been dangerous when we've been incisive, to be fair. We almost feel like playing at a different speed to Betis. Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, Newcastle fans are trying to force a rivalry. Proper weird. We're around a Newcastle fan quite often. He's quite familiar with Ethan James. And he's a Newcastle fan. And he's a representation of why you shouldn't like Newcastle fans. Ethan James. But I love the reality check that the Newcastle fans have got. I think they come out of the woodworks when they got the Saudi money. They thought they were going to fast track and accelerate their way to the top. So they spoke of, and they'd been humbled by FFP. Well tracked by Lindelof. Ronaldo, what's your favourite tooth? The canine. Ronaldo, how bad of an Arsenal fan is Elias? Yeah, shocking. Dale Hewitson says, what a boring runt Ronaldo is. With a name like that, you'd think he'd have a bit about him. I agree with you, Dale.
That's terrible.
I agree with you. I'm not energetic and jumping off the walls for you at 3 a.m. on camera for your benefit to watch. So's Dale. Ronnie, do you think Ahmad has higher potential than Garnacho? Oh, I don't know. I think that's one of the most intriguing things about Garnacho. It's not the player he is now, but it's his potential.
As soon as he realises he can look up.
Yeah, I think Garnacho's play style and his profile looks to me as he's the type of player that at any season, at any point, can explode and get like 20, 25 goals in all comps. I think Garnacho has that bit about in his game where he can be like inside left winger that's just relentless and can get like a goal every 2 games. I think peak Garnacho probably has a potential to be a 25 goal a season type of winger. He's that type of player. Not really heavy with the assists, but goals. So to say Ahmad has a higher ceiling, I don't know. I don't think so. I think Garnacho's ceiling's higher, but it might upset people. But I think Ahmad's floor is higher.
Yeah,
because I'm a fan of Garnacho. I think he's a breath of fresh air. I think the goldfish mentality that he's got in terms of it's one of the best things that you can have in football. Garnacho could lose the ball 20 times in a row and he's still going to try something the next time he has it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He doesn't get to... People like Vinicius have it as well. I think that trait's going to take him a long way. But I think some part of our fan base do need to pump the brakes with Garnacho a little bit. I think they kind of rate him a little bit higher than his current level is. I ideally want Garnacho to be a player that doesn't start every game. I don't think he's quite at that level yet, but he's kind of had to be that. I think he needs to rotate, sometimes be an impact sub, because he's for some reason he's superb. Every time he's a sub, he's like a spark plug. But he's still very unpolished, and he's developed physically. I think it's pushed off the ball quite easily as well. His decision making is not always great, and I think he can like polish up a little bit technically. But to be as effective as he is now, before ironing out a lot of the raw aspects of his game in Garnacho, it's right to me that I think Garnacho's ceiling is super high, but I do think people think he's better than he is now.
I think with the difference is that when you watch Garnacho play, because he's more dynamic and direct, that he catches the eye for what he does a lot more than Ahmad does. I've never seen Ahmad have a particularly bad game for Man United, whereas when Garnacho started games, particularly last season, if he's not going well from the start, then sometimes it's hard to try and find himself into the game. But I agree, I think Garnacho probably got a higher ceiling, but he's also got a hell of a lot more to learn to get to where he can possibly be.
They all said sorry.
No,
you don't have to say sorry, man. You speak your mind. But yeah, I agree with you. Do you know what I mean? I'm pretty much bang on with that. You just never know how players are definitely going to turn out. But from what I see it is, Garnacho is also like 3 years younger than Ahmad as well. People forget that.
And I'm had the benefit of going to other clubs as well, aren't he? And on loan moves, and which has worked out well for him. Well, particularly Sunderland. I don't think Rangers used him that much.
So if we talk about this game now,
Here we go. Speaking of Ahmad, they're playing the
Ganacho to Ahmad as well.
Yeah, wasn't it?
See, even that pass was great. It's not great, the pass, but what a finish.
It's the Ahmad goal versus Liverpool. If you've not got that on you, wherever you're watching. See,
one of the weirdest things about Anthony last season, especially towards the end of the season, was how like he almost seemed upset when we scored.
Yeah.
If you watched Anthony like towards the end of the season, whenever we scored, which obviously was never him, it was always other player while he's on, everyone would go like celebrate and be jubilant and that, and he'd be like despondent and a bit weird.
Do you think that that's down to which is probably a lot of his own making, but the way fans view Anthony? Because he can't be blind to what people are saying about him either on social media or in the stands, and a lot of it is his own doing in the performances that he's put out there. But he was never of Manchester United calibre, so the fact that we signed someone that we should never have signed isn't all down to him, that he can't perform as much as we want him to in a United shirt. But if you've got a fan base that don't want you there, which they don't by and large, would you be asked? He's not a United fan. He's picking up a major salary. It's like if you look at the Maguire situation, right? Maguire's obviously got a hell of a lot more integrity and, you know, passion for the club, because the amount of shit that man's got, and yet he still goes out and tries his best week in, week out. And he's not a brilliant defender that we've had of all time, but he's put in good performances, you know, since he's come back into the team. Whereas Anthony's just like, you know, whatever, man, I'm picking up a pay packet.
I think you're right. I think the transfer was bought him for, the money was paid. That's not his fault, but I think it's also down to like the character and personality that he showed while he's been here. That's kind of compounded it and made it worse. Like you can be a bad buy, but try a bit hard. You know, like if you're not to at least put an effort in. It's like Val Vegas wasn't a United player, but nobody could doubt that he put the effort in when he was on the pitch. Yeah, exactly. But the thing is with Anthony, he doesn't just perform poorly, but he just comes across like a bit of a dick. So I mean, so that doesn't help. You know what I mean? So if he was like a likeable, humble guy, and then United fans are that loyal to their players as well for the most part, and they'll just tell the truth. Yeah, more people would get behind him if that was the case. But because he's played so badly, but then he's also come across as a bit snarky, a bit seedy, a bit unlikable. Obviously, he had that case and that issue as well. There's nothing really to get behind with Anthony. That should be like the first question when Ineos are signing players. Are you a bit of a dick? You know what I mean? They should do like ask for character references from former teammates and managers. How does he behave when fans get against him? Because who do you reckon the biggest dick that we've signed is in the last 10 years? Like pure arrogance and shit, and just like wasn't there for the club. I thought he was better than he was. Who do you reckon? Di Maria. Di Maria. The thing is with Di Maria though, Anthony's not proving himself. I can appreciate why Di Maria would have an ego, given what he's done. Yeah, and because people said the same thing about, like you said, Di Maria, but people complained about I think his character when he came. Who was it? Cavani. Yeah. I swear before Cavani left, he just faked injuries until his contract was up. Yeah, Cavani was proper. I'm not going and work on a Monday morning job on it. Like, nah, sack that shit. But because he only played like one every 4 games. Then again, Cavani put in some really good performances. Because he got like injury time goals for us a few times. I think prime Cavani would have been a perfect United player. Lukaku. People have put Zlatan. Now Zlatan was good for us. Nah. I mean, Zlatan was one of the better signings we've had in the last 10 years. And he should never play again. It's the fact that he's come out like United don't mind selling him, Benfica are interested, and his agent and him are just desperate to fight to stay. It's because they know they're not going to get the salary anywhere else, isn't it?
And where's he going to go? Like, was it Benfica you're saying they're linked to? That's probably about his level, that.
People are saying Ronaldo, dickhead signing. Second time
round?
He did get interviewed, didn't
Yeah. I mean, that was a dick move. But again, I think you earn the right to be a bit of a dick if you've done stuff in your career. You can have a little bit of an ego on your shoulder or a chip on your shoulder if you've done something on the pitch.
But people are arguing that Ronaldo set off a negative chain of events. He's the type of signing that on the face of it, he's a club legend and a fucking super legend in the game. But it was the wrong signing for United to make.
Yeah.
You can actually look back on a Ronaldo signing and think that signing alone could have actually set... This is how precious time is, especially in football. But signing Ronaldo could have set us back 18 months in a rebuild.
Do you think the Ronaldo signing was sort of tantamount to Ollie getting the sack?
Yeah, I think that's sort of Ollie's downfall. And then, as people said, Cavani was actually decent when he played. He had some really good performances actually. And then Ronaldo came in, and then Cavani seemed to down tools after that. And it's just like, yeah, I don't know.
Who's the biggest dick in football, as in opponents wise?
Neil Maupay.
Is that what you're saying?
He forces it though.
Yeah.
It's all for show, that, innit?
Oh, aye.
I think he's got someone running his account.
You don't think it's him, no?
It's like
Won't be surprised.
It's like Antonio Brown from the NFL. He's got a bit of a head case CT, and he says a lot of unhinged stuff on Twitter, and it's definitely not him. You can pay someone for engagement now, especially because you can monetize Twitter now.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, now I get your questions in though, because there's a lot here in it. There was a couple for Scotty that I missed actually. Someone said Balotelli.
I liked Balotelli. I quite like that sort of personality in players.
I don't mind, but Balotelli in pre-season did that like mad skill flick 2 yards out.
When he was
wide.
setting rockets off in his fireworks in his house.
Yeah. Wayne Bousset says, Euro isn't a starter yet, he has to grow. Ideally, you wouldn't want an 18-year-old centre-half starting week in, week out. Even though, from what the little bits I saw in pre-season, I think Euro is good enough to start for United. But I'd rather an 18-year-old centre-half not having to start every game.
Nah, it's a lot of pressure.
Most punchable player for me was Suarez. Oh, I got asked this. I defended Neymar on Twitter.
I saw, yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. People see my tweets a lot, man. I thought someone might get away with it.
What's up with when you put it out there? It's not like just between you and a few people.
Yeah.
No, you say like people only watch Neymar like 4 times in a season, but slag is a bit.
Yeah, I thought of that, and someone said what is the top 5? So I want the chat to say is, what is the top 5 footballers for you of this generation? Top 5, and my top 5 was Messi, Ronaldo, and then I put Neymar 3rd, and I think I put Rooney 4th, and Suarez 5th. So I put the top 5 footballers this generation was Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Rooney, Suarez. But I was a bit this way and that way about Suarez and Bale. I think people like Mbappe and Haaland, like that's the new gen.
That's next generation.
That's next generation. I think even Mo Salah's like. I think people like KDB and Mo Salah, I think they're also the next generation after that.
Yeah, I'd put Rooney above Neymar myself. Just in terms of, I think, whilst Neymar probably had more skills than a Rooney, I think what Rooney could do had more sort of attributes to his overall game in terms of passing ability.
Barry's on 10%, by the way, you know. This might
Oh.
go. What did you say?
I said I'd probably put Rooney ahead of Neymar.
Chris Marsden says, super chat says, I know you have some Motti. Chris Marsden also said, non-football related, but any stories from Burnage? I grew up there, but living in Vancouver now. She's no Burnage, that's for sure.
Can we have the camera on? It's supposed to be good for that, isn't it, that red light? I'm plugging my phone in here, it's all gone fucking wrong, this. Right. There's not enough lead to try it. There we go.
I thought someone put Lewandowski over Suarez. Lewandowski scored since 2011. Lewandowski scored the third most goals out of every player.
Jeez.
Behind Ronaldo and Messi, it's then Lewandowski for the most goals. I think Cavani's also in the top 5 as well.
Want me to put it on charge?
Yeah.
I'll read them out for you.
It's mad though. I always go for bat for Rooney. I think Rooney's rated like very highly, but it's almost like he's underrated at the same time.
What do you mean? By who? I think it gets overshadowed by the likes of Messi and Ronaldo.
I don't think he was talked about enough. I think Ronaldo. I think you can very much argue that Rooney is the. If you was to say Rooney's the best player to ever play in the Premier League, someone can't look at you slightly sideways. I'd say he's at least top 3.
What's playing in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Easy.
People say Henry's first, innit?
I think Rooney's the best player to play for Manchester United. Since 2000.
I think because we had those absolute otherworldly season from Ronaldo. It was fucking insane when he got Ballon d'Or. I think he made sacrifices for about 2 years in his prime.
Yeah.
Rooney, where he could have done more. I think he did so much sacrificial roles and stuff during his career that he was never like allowed to just to be like the main guy that stayed up top, getting on the end of things.
Yeah, he became a sort of victim of his own ability, didn't he? Isn't that anyway? Fishing Jolan said Rooney was the best all-round player. Lauren, Rooney is so underrated. Zane Brennan, I would probably have Robin in that list for 2 seasons. He was probably 3rd best in the world. Robin was a great, but I think United missed out on him, man.
There was a season or two where Robin was fucking unplayable.
William Morgan, question for Scotty, no offence, Ronaldo. Who is your favourite author or your favourite book? I mean, that probably changes a hell of a lot. A book that I read when I was first growing up that had an influence on me was Glue by Irving Welsh, who obviously went on to written Train Spotting and stuff. So writing about stuff like
You
working
still read
class.
now books?
Yeah, I read books and that. Scotty, what's your favourite conspiracy theory? I don't know.
That lizard people exist. David Icke now.
Give me a top. Give me 5 conspiracy theories, and I'll pick my favourite one out of
There's
them.
obvious ones. Obviously, I've talked about
The flat earthers.
the flat earthers have got the cabal higher table.
And the Illuminati.
existing.
Okay, that's 2. You got the lizard people.
Lizard people in terms of the elites.
The moon landing.
The moon landing's a big one.
What's the pyramids
Oh, yeah,
one?
the pyramids. The pyramid. Oh, I'm at bolting it down the right.
Has he not made any subs?
Nah, it is. Will Fish. That's a name where your parents have got an imagination barrier, innit?
Scotty, do you love a Clockwork Orange? Yes, I do love a Clockwork Orange. I actually had
9/11.
9/11.
Probably conspiracy theory.
We'll talk about it in a minute. Yeah, I love a Clockwork Orange. I actually had a book launch at Anthony Burgess's foundation, which was quite special for me.
Wow. Ooh. Swing back post by Casemiro, headed over the bar by Rashford.
Can we get some book recommendations, Scotty? Watch fiction, non-fiction. Do you read Ronaldo?
You know what's mad? I read a lot more when I was younger. Like actually had like big chunk books and that.
What books did you read when you were
My
younger?
favourite book, there's a favourite book that I did read when I was about 13, and I can't remember the full name of it. It was a one about it wasn't a reverence, but it was like it was surrounding a bear attack
All right, yeah.
in the wilderness. I remember being hooked in that book, and I can't remember the name. But I was literally about 12 when I read it.
Oh, we've got someone called Tesco Chads in the chat.
Yeah, how long did it take you to change your name and after that from the picture?
Morrison's is better than Tesco.
He's been about it for a while.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, he said Tesco are the best women, but
Yeah.
Scotty, what's your favourite chapter in the Anne Frank diary? I've never read Anne Frank's diary. Kurt Vonnegut's good though. Do like that. 48 Laws of Power.
You might want to read David Brailsford,
1%ers.
marginal gains thing.
Scotty, bring the beard back. I will do. I bring the beard back when it gets to the winter months. It's a seasonal thing.
I'm trying to get my beard up. Want it to be more like, but I think that's not going to come until like the 30s.
What did you think about Jay's beard?
Looking back on it, it was bad, innit?
Bad isn't good.
No.
Oh, he looked like you don't really see many black Amish people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He
He looked like a negative Abraham Lincoln.
It was. It looked fuck you though. It was a bit
The
like
top hat on him.
it looked Velcro.
It did look like his missus had just put a lot of Pritt stick on his
Yeah.
chin and then rolled his face around the barbershop floor.
And obviously he had a bit more meat on his face as well.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
right
the only
way
he's,
roll.
he's the only
That
person.
sentence was crazy.
What?
I'll just say no Diddy on that. If I mean, said he had something about meat on his face. I ain't repeating that. Sorry, G. Especially I'm offending Scotty as well. He's a vegetarian.
Why are you offending me by calling Jay fat?
No, it said meat on the face.
That's not offending me. I'm not doing it for anyway. Outliers. Malcolm Gladwell's Quality. Blink by Malcolm Gladwell's a great book. Lauren said I heard it. Ronaldo. Scotty, what's your favourite United goal? Probably these two. Rooney against Newcastle when he was arguing with the ref. These are ones that I've seen live.
Oh yeah.
And then, oh man, he did, didn't he? Look, you tell me that ain't like a black Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, it was.
And then one of the other goals was when
Jay's glowed up, you know.
at Main Road, United derby, and then at Cantona scored the winner.
Yeah. Oh, I got another topic.
Love Meridian's a brilliant book as well. Cormac McCarthy, yeah.
I got another topic of conversation.
All right.
The Olympics are on, right? What sport? When the Olympics are on, I want people to tell me what sports they actually watch during the Olympics. Because me, I only watch two. So when the Olympics are on, I watch athletics, I watch track and field, I watch it all. I'm big on that. I watch swimming as well. I like swimming. I think I only ever watch swimming, not even when it's the World Championships. I only watch swimming during the Olympics. And I've been watching the swimming since it started, and it's so good. I literally watch swimming and track and field. But other than that, I don't really watch all the other like weird sports and that.
Weird sports.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell, free at the back post.
I'm sure them Olympians who train for 4 years in one discipline love you referring to their profession as weird. What would you if you could put anything in the Olympics, any sport, what would you put in there?
To be fair, there is one sport that I've been trying to keep up and trying to catch, especially when Brazil and it was Brazil versus Dominican Republic in the women's beach volleyball. I should have, unfortunately, couldn't catch that.
No, but that was good.
Yeah, well, you know,
it's too early, Ronaldo. People are saying just the sprinting and combat sports. Kevin Ford is on the same thinking of you. Beach volleyball. I can't be bothered with the Olympics anymore. I watch ice hockey for the Winter Olympics. So I always preferred the Winter Olympics. There always seems to be a bit more of an element of danger with the Winter Olympics, like someone could really hurt themselves.
Yeah, true. That yeah, cycling.
Cycling, yeah.
To be fair, I watched the last 5 minutes of the triathlon this morning. It was actually a pretty good race. So you come across weird stuff like that, but
A slap competition.
Another one. We spoke about conspiracies. Mentioned the Olympics. I don't know. What did you think of? What did everyone think about the ceremony? A lot of controversy about the ceremony, but
what was controversial about it? I thought it was shit. That's all.
People were saying that there was a lot of like satanic ritualism in the.
Who was saying that? Who do you follow on Twitter to get all this information? The conspiracy theories.
This was on the feed that people were saying that there was a lot of satanic ritualism in the opening ceremony.
Well, like they were like doing slaughtering virgins and shit like that.
Just the imagery and that. I don't know. I didn't really watch the ceremony. I just saw what people.
Well, it's quite a gothic city, isn't it? I suppose Paris.
Is it? Only been once when I was younger.
About a couple of years ago.
I only been to play football once, and that was it.
Where's your best place you've been on holiday?
That I loved. I've been quite a few places now, but I really love Turkey.
All right.
I don't know what it is. The people are great in that as well.
Whereabouts in Turkey?
Like Izmir,
yeah.
Bodrum kind of vibe. Ooh!
Oh, nice.
Cool feet work.
Sancho.
Has he got the burst to get away though? Do you need him at Tony goal to kind of increase his
Cass.
benefit? What were people saying about ceremony?
Gold gyre were the highlight of the ceremony, but the drag queen with a nut hanging out was too much. Was someone like displaying balls? Amalfi Coast is unreal, yeah. My mum and dad just come back from the Amalfi Coast. My mum's 60th. And she went to, Pompeii.
Yeah.
And then, if you want an awkward conversation, mum was detailing me about the brothels of Pompeii. And apparently they have like, like when you go to McDonald's and you have like pictures of what you want to order. Apparently they have like carvings in the wall about what position you can do with the with who you're hiring for the function. And my mum was telling me about that. That was the highlight of the trip.
Your mum was telling you about that?
Yeah, 60. My dad came home happy though, so I can understand that.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Most disappointed United signing. This is a usual question. It's Pogba.
If you look at Pogba, because we
had him,
sold him for free. He became like world class. So we re-signed him for like 90 million, and then he didn't live up to it, and then we lost him for free again. So from a business perspective, the Pogba transfer was awful, and then a few other aspects as well that was disappointing too. What could that touch by Ahmad?
Vietnam is the best holiday. Yeah, I love Vietnam. I actually rode a motorbike through Vietnam.
He's so tidy and so clever. Makes good decisions, Ahmad. Great first touch. Drives inside. Lovely weighted through ball to McTominay. McTominay gets his shot off, and keeper just gets behind it.
Here's one. If Manchester United had a smell, what would it smell of? If it had if you could buy Manchester, I'm surprised there isn't a Manchester United cologne or perfume. What would be the smell of Manchester United?
Ginger.
Ginger? Quite spicy.
Like a gingery smell.
You wouldn't wear that though, would you?
No.
Bare ginger, you'd have to mix up.
I don't know. I think that's a question too specific.
Well, just know you could what reeks of Old Trafford? Piss and chips.
Yeah. and pies.
Yeah. Bovril. Christmas pine. Or someone says victory it would smell of.
A few
Oh, so Lauren's got a good one. It would smell of damp.
Rashford's down again saying he's got fouled. Down again, isn't he?
It'd smell of brimstone. Why is this not charging up now?
Charger.
It's in.
Have we found out whether there's penalties again?
We've got a problem with this thing. It's not charging.
Rashford actually looks hurt.
It might be the plug. I don't. The scent of Ronaldo's arse hair. I don't reckon Ronaldo's got any arse hair. I meant the other Ronaldo.
It's a jungle down there.
I don't want to know about that. Aren't we sponsored by Manscaping? I'll try that one. Yeah, that might be better.
I mean,
Mr. Magoo, well, this is fascinating. Well,
it's a sign of healthy testosterone levels. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's better to be shaven. Stood on his foot there.
yep, working out.
In the summer. He actually stood on his foot.
It's better to be shaving in the summer.
This is how we get into Manscaped promo.
Well, if we do, then me and Ronaldo on the money.
Yeah. Commission and that.
That's a 4am comment. Can't be asked of all his injuries. Who's injured? Oh, for God's
He's actually
sake.
limping as well. Didn't look like it made that harsh a contact, but he's doing the Saka limp. Sheffield. Oh, Snapdragon. Oh, I've been to this. Did
you go there?
Yeah, I went to the stadium last year.
Was this where the Wrexham game was last year?
Yeah, yeah.
It was a bad attendance then, but I understood why. Sal says, I miss Joe, Jay and Steve. If you get on a flight and go to Medicare, catch him. Scotty thoughts on Vibes Cartel being free from prison. Well, I think it's a good day for Jamaica. Vibes Cartel and Steve McLaren one day, man. And I think it's, is it Independence Day tomorrow for Jamaica or today? I'm sure it is.
Actually, don't know. Oh, my eyes are going red, aren't they? Are they? They look like it on there.
Yeah, look a bit tired, mate.
Is it tied red or is it just bloodshot?
What's the difference?
Wholesale changes come.
Here we go.
I might hit the toilet in a sec.
Yeah, you go for it, man.
Get to see the youngsters. It's actually interesting to talk about. Hopefully one of them bangs something. Whipped in. You almost finished that.
You know what?
Why do I get the vibe that this game's gonna somehow end up like
Betis winning.
3-3?
It's been a good game though, to be fair.
Shit's happened.
Shit's happened. Yeah, well, that's always a good sign for football. Right, get your questions in while Ronaldo's gone to the loo. Oh, just as you were talking, then Ronaldo. Betis 3-2. Literally just as you walked off. No, that means you can't go now. I don't know what's going to happen. I think it was just before United were going to make about 10 substitutions. There's been a header at the far post. It's like Casemiro's going off. He's giving the armband to Tom Eaton. Cross from the box. Oh, he's not. No one marking him at all in the middle there. Terrible defending between Wan-Bissaka and Lindelof. Very reminiscent of most of the headers that we conceded last season. Here they are. Loads of different changes now. I will get through them when they are up on the screen. Mount and Collier coming on.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh, Anthony's coming on. Ronaldo will be happy when he comes back. We have to sign De Ligt now after the Euro news, surely. I would say so. I just don't like the idea of just having Martinez and a makeshift defence around him going into next season.
Changes been made, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it charging now?
Yeah, it's charging now, yeah. Scotty, what's your opinion on a catcher in the right? I've not read it. I think I've read that at school. I've not read that for years. I know it's a classic book, but I just can't remember much about it. J.D. Salinger, I think.
Good with the second balls, Mason.
Anthony's on. You'd be happy.
Hey.
There you go.
Let me see the goal.
Bad defend. Look at this defend. The defending here. Or lack of.
That's why Wan-Bissaka's being sold. He's always like the deepest man on crosses. Go on.
Who's your favourite signing of the last 5 years?
Who's your favourite signing in the last 5 years? Bruno Fernandes. And the thing is, I don't think Bruno's perfect either.
No.
I think this is what's crazy to say. I don't think you're a title-winning side with Bruno Fernandes as your best player. And he's been our best player by far for the last 5 years. But he's like... There's not many Bruno Fernandes in world football. You know, when players like Bruno and Kevin De Bruyne, these high-volume chance creators, they're so rare. They're not very often. It's like he's got so much value, Bruno. Not to mention that he's never injured. He's so durable. Works hard as hell. But for a player like him, he's become so like consistent in terms of his output and stuff that his play style is going to be one that loses the ball. It's not. He's going to relinquish control. He's always going to try and make stuff happen. I wish United at one point was better or good enough where Bruno could just have nothing but the burden of trying to create chances, where he didn't have to be our best technical player, he didn't have to be our hardest worker and our biggest runner, and do you know what I mean?
Top three goal scorer every season.
Yeah.
We rely too much on him.
If we had a couple more players that were his level or above, to kind of just allow him just to have that reign of, I can try this pass, because he just knows that every time that he tries to make something happen and his pass gets cut out, he knows that we don't have the personnel and the players that are going to be able to win the ball back fast or going to be able to keep it either. So yeah, but
yeah, he's probably the obvious shout for me in terms of sort of personality, and wasn't like an instant easy United fan would be Martinez. I know he's been injured for like a season and a half, but he just, as soon as he came, he was like, just felt such a perfect fit.
Oh yeah, Martinez is
a player that we've missed.
The only issue with Martinez is he's not been as fit.
Yeah. Could this be Mount's redemption season? It needs to be a redemption season for a lot of people.
Yeah, Mount's just one of them. Redemption season for me. So Mount, I'm just getting the comments up as well. So me and Thingy can both have it.
Right, it's 341 likes, 600 of you watching. Let's try it and get to 500 before the end of the game. Please. Scotty, have you seen the Eminem and Slim Shady sit-down interview? Yeah, I did watch that today on Complex on YouTube. It was funny. A lot of harking back to the late 90s. I quite enjoyed the new album. Do you like Eminem?
20 minutes left. Damn, because I can feel a crash coming, you know. Jeez. Keep me...
Get your head down, man.
Yeah, I like Eminem.
Someone was asking before, actually, who's your favourite rapper?
US rapper, Lil Wayne. UK rapper, Dave or Wretch 32.
Not Kano?
Nah, I'm more of a Wretch guy. Wretch 32 or Dave. I even liked Devlin growing up.
Yeah, from Nottingham.
Nah, not Nottingham, he's from... No, I'm from...
I thought it was in Nottingham, Devlin.
Nah, Devlin's from...
Midlands.
Like Essex here.
Is it?
I was even going to say I liked Mike Righteous as a little bit of a... But Mike Righteous is from Margate. Ooh.
Yeah, listen to NF. I've listened to NF, actually. The album about balloons, I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, it's decent.
Jesus Christ. Their centre-half's decent, you know. He looks miles off.
Yeah, he is. He looked miles off, and he is. He's from Dagenham, apparently.
Yeah, Dagenham. Knows his stuff.
Morning or afternoon to Nicholas. Shout out from Trinidad and Tobago.
Is Dagenham Essex?
It's down. I don't know. It's what it's in that southern part of the world. Thoughts on a new Common and Pete Rock album? I loved it, mate. Proper throwback. Will Fish, what are we talking about in terms of floor and ceiling?
Oh, you tell me, man. You're the pescatarian. Boom.
It was a position we might need him in this season. Is he good enough to make the step up?
Nah. Nah.
Why?
There's only ever really one academy graduate that breaks through, maybe. I think Collier's always has been set up to be a squad player. I think the rest of them might need a loan. Under 21's football isn't it, though. They definitely need to go somewhere they can play first team.
Best American rapper, DMX.
Most UK rapper, J from 5.
Miles with some great shots there. MF Doom, Mos Def, Outcast, Run the Jewels. Pace in Calgary. You ever been to Canada?
It's funny enough that it says Calgary. Calgary, because I was actually meant to go there. In terms of, I was on a separate flight back from Vegas to Manchester last year when I went on tour with the Paddock lads. Then when I turned up to go on a flight, they said I'm not on the flight.
All right.
Saying there's been a mishap, the mess up. I'm not actually on that flight. And they said, sorry, the one that you're gonna have to take is tomorrow morning, from Canada. So they were gonna put me on a flight that evening from Vegas to Calgary in Canada. I'd have to stay over the night in Calgary in Canada and get on a flight to Manchester in the morning, but eventually got sorted out where I didn't have to do that.
So you've not been to Canada?
No.
Oh.
All that. Canada was actually one place a few years ago I contemplated whether I'd actually want to go and live there.
A lot of people do, don't they? They say one of the most
Canada's
safest,
go live and work.
Safest places in the world to live.
But it's not like Australia where like it's also worth it because they pay so much more on average than the UK does.
I couldn't be asked for Australia though. That's too far, that man.
Watching from Vancouver.
I used to live with a girl from Vancouver. And me and Jay worked in Greece. Vancouver Island.
Luke Chester says, coming to Australia. Australia's a bucket list place of mine.
Did you not go with them the other year?
No, I've always wanted to go to Australia.
I'd visit. I couldn't live that far.
Hopefully would. Ooh, Anthony dribbling the ball out of play. Yeah. I've got an uncle that moved to Canada. He looks like he fucking loves it. Might go to Bali.
Yeah, I've been there.
Go past by Collier, man.
Ooh. That's not a bad effort by Mason Mount.
It's a complete mess right now.
Why is it a complete mess right now? What is it?
Ooh, probably the fact that US is a mess and it filters through, maybe.
You always see the is it a prime minister or a president that they have that Trudeau? Or?
I've no idea. Watching from Toronto.
A lot of Canadians.
But gotta realise, anyone that's watching this, you definitely not in England, innit?
Well, there was someone from Longside before, but I've not heard from him for a while, so I imagine the drugs and drink has kicked in.
Yeah, I was going to say, he probably started his night shift.
Yeah, but we don't whinge about doing it this time in the morning because this is what a lot of fans, and especially a lot of you that are watching it now, do week in, week out watching United. So fair play to you.
Ooh, what a pass.
Ooh! That's dedication, man.
There's about 20 minutes left of this game. Let me do like...
Who's winning the US election, Ronnie? Do you care?
I don't care. We're all... it's like the same way, Ray. I don't really vote in the UK either. They're all the same.
Don't say that to Jay.
Yeah, Jeremy Fume, they're all the same to me.
Esky is watching from Stretford, lads. 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we've got 20 minutes and then a review, and then I can go whether I survive that. Because I know what it's like at these they don't really put that much added time.
No.
Flaps at that.
It was good. Well, before they made the changes, it was a decent first sort of 60 minutes for United. But we leave with another injury.
So for the...
You still fancying Betis to get back and get a cheeky draw?
I can see it happening. I think there is a penalty shootout, but me and Scotty won't be involved in that.
No, there's no penalty shootout.
Is it not? You checked it?
No, you did just as for me and you. There's no penalty shootout.
Soon as the game finishes,
I'm sorry.
I remember last time Adam was like, "Yeah, you were." It was like, "Oh, go straight into the review," and then we've ended the watch along and said. So I said, "Oh, we're going straight into review then." This was like 5 past, and then Adam was like, "Yeah, I've set it for 1:15." For us to like wait 10 minutes, and I was like, "I'm not waiting 10 minutes to do that review. As soon as it's done, we're doing the review immediately." Yeah.
Is it, Adam? Or you better get in front of the camera as well, aren't you?
There'd be no review then. I know some people are going to bed in it, I can tell. Oh, thought that went in.
Thank you, Sal. It's very nice. And thank you, Thomas. Just finished your book.
Yeah, man. And this time we'll do a quick 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, man.
Get the mid roll. And then,
What's Lauren doing tomorrow? She's actually in bed and she's watching us too.
I was going to say, you're not working.
Penalties, if it's a draw, confirmed. I tell you, if United draw this game and it goes to penalties, it'll be one of the worst things I've ever done. Totally unfair.
Why is it getting warmer in here?
All right, Nelly. Do player ratings. She's off for 3 days, she says.
Too much brain work, that. Oh, good step out for Will Fish. And then Anthony almost dribbled the ball at a play again.
Have I read the Gulag? No, I haven't. Who's that? What's that about? The silence is eerie. Got to keep it down, Adam Flynn, for the neighbours.
Mate, can't be making loads of noise right now.
Got to preserve energy to drive.
Is the AC on the most it can get?
It is a bit warm. Producer Adam's got his shorts on, you see.
I thought you were cold.
Did you turn the AC off?
No, I was asking Scotty if he wanted it off though, because he put his hands in his coat before, so
It's a comfort thing, man. It's just so I can pretend I'm in a blanket.
For some reason, I've just gone bare warm out of nowhere. Oh, get up.
Do you like camping, Ronaldo?
No,
Why not?
never camped before in my life.
How do you know you don't like it then?
There's nothing about camping that appeals to me.
Being out in one with the wilderness. Oh, God, why did he hit that first time?
I waited too long.
He should have blasted that with his left. I'm going camping next week for 4 nights.
Couple of dodgy touches by Wheatley, man.
Adam Macron just here. Can I have a summary of the game? United are winning 3-2. They went 1-0 down due to balls up from Tom Eaton. 2 balls ups in 10 seconds to give them an easy tap in. Rashford got a penalty. Sancho got a disallowed goal. Who got the second? Ahmad with a ferocious half volley after a great ball in from Amas. The third goal was Casemiro's set up from Rashford on the volley to Casemiro, who couldn't really miss it. And then Betis got a second goal not long ago after some diabolical defending from Wan-Bissaka, but I think they all knew they were coming off 2 minutes before, because Ten Hag made about 10 changes. So the last sort of 10-15 minutes it's been a bit shit, but in terms of the rest of the pre-season, on a par with the Rangers game, I'd say, wouldn't you, for performance? There was a lot like Ahmad and all that were looking decent. Ahmad and Rashford. But then Rashford's gone off injured now, so that's a bit shit.
I think Ahmad's been the brightest part of the pre-season. He's, so far in pre-season, he's kind of... Ahmad might have staked his claim, you know.
Yeah, 25.
Ahmad might have staked his claim as like a starting winger. Reese Smith says, Ronaldo, are you and Steve bringing back
Can you put the password for the iPad on the screen?
the XG files this season? Yes, the XG files. We're not doing it during off season, but when the season starts, we'll do it again.
There we go. Cheers.
Yeah.
Damn, big yawn. 10 minutes, we got this, Ronaldo.
Got a review, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just treat that like extra time. We got this. Simon Morris, unlike last year, I love Andy Tate, but he was so loud he woke up my kid. I couldn't, like, Andy Tate's a nice man and that, but I couldn't be doing this with him at this time in the morning.
Oh, Jesus.
Not without some form of narcotic. For both of us.
Well, what would have helped? Oh my God.
What would have helped? Earplugs.
You know, some class A.
Me and Ronaldo will be back on Saturday at 12:30 for the United Liverpool game, joined by Joe McGrath if a third presenter decides to turn up. But me and Ronnie...
It'll be Joe if he decides to turn up.
Yeah.
Man. Joe McGrath will be here as well. And I think I can imagine him at this time of night on a watch long. He'll just be derailing everything.
Yeah.
He'll be talking about all sorts.
He goes down avenues you do not expect. 400 likes.
And he works for BBC. Yeah. So
522 watching. Can we get 500 before the end of the game?
works at BBC.
If you get 500 before the game, we'll share the picture of Jay looking like Abraham Lincoln again. Hashtag Black Amish.
There's a picture.
Pellegrini hasn't aged, has he? Like, he's always looked old. like not too old, but like he stayed 70 for 40 years.
I agree.
Ahmad for Ballon d'Or. I think that's the least. McGrath is a chaos merchant of the best sort.
Why am I overheating? I think I need some water, you know. I think
We'll get some.
I think what's happened is obviously doing it all night, but then like having a car. I think my body's kind of just.
You need to stay hydrated, Ronaldo.
Yeah, I think my body's kind of malfunctioning at the moment.
No, we don't want that. Go get some water if you want.
Go play that from my Delhi.
Scotty, what does the BBC... I'm not getting into that. No, I know where that's going.
BBC must have questions they ask.
We appreciate you guys, voice of the voiceless. We appreciate you guys doing the watch along. I'm listening to you guys instead of the match commentary. Oh, James Lindstrom. Never watch you fellows, but might have to. Best people to listen to through a game.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate
that.
that.
Wow.
You can send your comments into Stretford, Paddock, and Steve and Jay and Joe. We'll pick them up and let them know how we should be doing it from wherever they are. Should we go on pre-season next year, Ronnie, me and you?
Yep.
And then let them do these late night ones.
Yeah. So what?
Ronaldo is glitching.
Yeah, I think maybe we should have done. I think we should have started at 2:30.
Yeah, I don't mind starting an hour early for the Liverpool game, but
yeah. Everyone can tell that we literally withering away. Am I struggling more than what you were struggling against?
Nah, I don't think so. It's all right, man. It's teamwork, innit? You helped me out the other night.
When you was at Liverpool.
I was dead on.
Arsenal
I
game.
was dead at that Arsenal game, mate.
I don't. But yours wasn't really just tiredness. It was also like
I was flu.
You were sick as well.
Steve Austin, just tuned in. How has Anthony been playing? Anthony's been playing so well that I forgot he was on the pitch. 427 on the likes. We've got 5 minutes left. Jonah, really appreciate you guys working this late so we don't have to listen to this shit TV commentary. Yes, Jonah. That's the passion. Ache.
The lights are climbing.
Respect UK peeps. I'm in the USA. Lol. Seth Trollins, it's 4:45 a.m. Like, can't blame you.
Someone says, I like how you haven't bothered to update the score. The score is updated.
I don't know.
Anthony's come off.
You took him off?
What's happened to him?
Oh, man. Anthony looks upset. I think that hopefully will be the last we see of him. He looked pissed there, didn't he? He's come off and took his silly armband off and just stormed down the tunnel. That's embarrassing, that man, not even starting a friendly but getting subbed off 20 minutes after coming on.
Is he injured? He has to be injured.
He was fuming when he came off there. That looked like the man that was... He didn't look like he was in any pain.
Nah, I think I'm...
Good. I hope he did.
I think...
Prick.
Nah, I think he's upset because he's injured. don't think it's because he got took off.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be even better if Ten Hag said, I heard you calling me a bald egghead twat and I'm going to sub you? That'd be a better story. I'm going to pretend it's that. Ten Hag has balls of steel.
It's like even that, he got injured, but even just like the kind of theatrics of how he's gone down the tunnel throwing shit and that, I'm really frustrated, but it's just shit like that doesn't, he just cringes you out in it sometimes, doesn't he? Oh, yeah. They're going to score a last minute goal to take it to
No,
penalties.
we're not going. Not watching penalties. The TV will glitch along with you.
I want to find out what happened to Anthony.
You do that. He got subbed. We know he got subbed. He didn't just like walk off. If you could force swap places with one of the Paddock lads, whose holiday are you ruining? Oh, some holding TV.
I'm saying injured.
I'd swap with Ethan because Ethan really don't want to be over there.
Thingy lifted again, man.
I've never seen a man so unenthusiastic about going to LA than Ethan.
Oh yeah, Ethan's actually upset.
He wanted to stay here and produce 3 a.m. watch-alongs rather than travel to America.
I think he preferred that.
I don't know if it's because of his pasty skin and him fearing the Malibu sun, but he didn't want to be there. Or maybe it's working with the lads.
I was on tour with Ethan and he was so neurotic the whole time. Like he just treated it like he's in LA, Vegas, San Diego and that, and he just treated it like he hated every minute because of the work involved.
Because he's work shy. He always looks proper stressed. With his glasses, like some sort of like mini mad scientist.
And I'm the opposite, so I was getting onto.
It's been a lovely. It's raining outside now. Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's supposed to stop at 9.
It's supposed to stop at 9. You think I'm hanging around here till 9?
Which is exactly when we finish.
Is that when you're finishing?
Yeah.
I honestly, fair play to the producers, and I know me and Ronnie in front of the camera, but it's a team effort tonight. So 4 coffees next time, Lauren. He doesn't like to travel. I don't think he likes to travel. I think he realised how much work he's got to do when he gets out there. I think it was an eye-opener when he went to the last one. Ethan is a peculiar cat. He is that indeed. Very unlike a Geordie though, if you know many people from Newcastle. Jonah, Ethan is my favourite. Alright mate, he's not going to shag you. Or maybe he will.
It's like Ethan was like dead stressy and I was rooming with him the whole time, and I'm the opposite. I'm dead laid back.
You're like the yang to Ethan's yin.
So like when I'll be waking up like at 9 in the hotel room, and he's like up already, and he's like being dead frantic about like where wires are and stuff, and like lenses and shit, and then panicking about like stuff that's just not that deep. And I'm like, bro,
90 minutes, we nearly made it, Ronaldo.
I'm like, Ethan, you're throwing off my
441. Give us 9 more to 450 likes. I mean, just not just shouting numbers.
How much times I did on? They usually don't add anything on in the pre-season games.
I don't know, mate.
That's not a foul every second's not open.
$441 likes. 440.
Does anyone know how much times I did on?
Get the likes up. We've got 8. United will definitely win if we get to 450.
Chance for a last minute goal.
Oh, they've gone to 460. Nice one. Obviously, I don't take any responsibility if they concede now.
Good header by Collier.
Although I was right. Ronnie's mic went to sleep.
Is that what you said? Is the mic gone?
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah.
Shit, 25 minutes injury time apparently.
I would probably pass out. Nope.
Ooh, 476. Can we get to 500?
That's Tom Heaton dive then.
Lunchtime in Australia. What are you having for your lunch,
It's
Jamie?
probably daylight outside now as well.
Are you going to have breakfast now? Is it too early to eat, you think?
Nah, I probably won't eat till like lunch.
Yeah, I think I'm getting back. I'm getting some sleep. It's raining outside now, you know.
Yeah, sunrise in.
Show all they want to see Abe Motti. You have to get a picture of Abe Motti up. Can we get a Stretford Paddock 2 channel with just you guys doing watch-alongs?
Oh. It gets shot.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
No!
Got blocked by Collier again, man. Solid. How many time? What was time?
491. There he is. Can we zoom in on him? We do that. Just to put his head there.
Why do
Look,
why
what do you think? Like, you had a top hat on that. It is. You know, you get a negative.
And that is the end of the game.
Sorry, yeah, back. Right, we're back. Yeah.
United have won 3-2, and I've loved every minute of this.
I'll be honest, Ronaldo. Despite the time, it's been a really enjoyable watch along. So I appreciate you staying awake.
We've got a few more thoughts though to give them, so we'll go straight into review so we can actually survive. So thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, man.
Thanks to us for being there, but thanks for actually making this experience much better.
We wouldn't have got through it
Engaging.
without you, so you know.
We wouldn't have. So this has been the United versus Real Betis watch along. We have won 3-2. Some really good performances in that, but we'll give our thoughts shortly after this, immediately after this, hopefully, in a review. So thanks, and I will see you on Saturday.